This is Talk Radio, WCZN. It's time for Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WCZN.
Play ball!
Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WCZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Owens Home Appliance, Bill Penny Toyota, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Now, let's head to the ballpark with the voice of the Trash Pandas, Josh Carey.
And a pleasant Wednesday evening to all of you. Josh Carey welcoming you to Toyota Field, where tonight it is the Rocket City Trash Pandas taking on the Montgomery Biscuits in Game 2 of a 6-game series. Back at Mission Command running the boards is Daniel Williams, and this is the pregame show. We are going to go ahead and tell you up front we're going to start today's game in a weather delay. And now I know you're looking up at the sky. You're maybe in the ballpark listening to me right now, and you're saying, well, how can that be the case? Apparently there is a front out to our west that is rolling in from Decatur. It could be here, I don't know, within the next 10 to 15 minutes. And so because of that, we don't want to go ahead and get everyone warmed up and ready to go when there might be a delay. So currently the field is not covered. They are still getting the field ready for play, but they do plan to tarp it here soon, and then once that little front passes through, we should be good for the rest of the evening. So until we get to that point, we'll go ahead and get you through the pregame show, and after that we'll kick it back to studio for regular programming. And once we're ready to get this ball game underway, we'll be sure to give a updated first pitch somewhere down the line. Rocket City got the week off to a great start yesterday, and boy, they needed it. They came in 3 back of Knoxville entering play, but they won a suspended game against Montgomery to get the day started yesterday 4-1, and then they followed that up with a 3-2 9-inning win last night behind a tremendous pitching performance by Nate Snead as well as Bryce Osmond, as Rocket City moved their record to 33-30 on the season. Montgomery fell to 32-32. Here's a look at what happened last night. Nate Snead made one mistake all of last night, and that came against the very first batter of the game. That was Emilian Petrie, who would send a fastball over the right center field wall for a solo home run. Home run number 3, RBI, or I beg your pardon, home run number 1, RBI number 1, and that would make it a 1-0 Biscuits lead. From that point forward, Snead would allow only one more base runner. That was a 2-out walk to Kenny Piper in the 5th inning. A fielder's choice by Ryan Spikes into that inning, and then he tossed a 1-2-3-6 inning. Snead went 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Easily his best performance as a Trash Panda. That's how the game got underway. Rocket City got off to a little bit of a slow start offensively against T.J. Nichols, who fired 2 scoreless innings to get the game started. However, Rocket City would come back with 2 runs of their own in the 3rd inning. Leadoff single by J.J. DeRazio. After Elijah Dunham struck out, it was DeRazio going to 3rd on a double from Mac McCroskey. Runners were at 2nd and 3rd with only 1 out when Nick Rodriguez rolled out to 2nd base with the infield back. Scoring from 3rd was DeRazio. Moving to 3rd was McCroskey, and it was a 1-0 ball game with a runner at 3rd and 2 away. From there, Roddy Rodriguez stepped to the plate and roped a double into the left field corner, bringing in McCroskey, giving Rocket City a 2-1 lead. And for Rowdy, he would finish the night 2 of 4 with that RBI double as well as a single. Rocket City led it 2-1 at that point. It remained 2-1 until the 7th inning. Carlos Espinoza came in for Nate Snead, and unfortunately for Carlos, yesterday was one of his lesser performances. He gave up a leadoff walk to Hader Arenamo, who would then steal 2nd after Xavier Isaac popped up to 2nd. Will Simpson roped a single, sending Arenamo to 3rd. Runners were at the corners with 1 away. Simpson would then steal 2nd before Mac Horvath sent a deep drive to the base of the wall in left field that was chased down by Anthony Skull. Skull made the catch, tagging up at 3rd, and scoring was Arenamo. That would make it a 2-2 ball game. Fortunately for Espinoza, he did bear down. He got Kenny Piper to lace a line out to the 3rd baseman, Cole Fontenelle. All in all, just a tough night for Espinoza, but he was lucky to get out of that inning with only 1 run scoring. Rocket City would then respond with a run of their own in the bottom of the 7th inning. Caleb Bartolero would lead off with a double. He was bunted to 3rd on a sac bunt by Anthony Skull. And once again, Rocket City doing the little things. They had the RBI ground out earlier in the game. This time they got a sac fly to left by J.J. DeRazio, scoring Bartolero from 3rd. and that would make it a 3-2 ball game. And from there, it was all about Bryce Osmond. The former starter came in as a reliever. He pitched a 1-2-3 eighth inning, got one out in the ninth, did give up a one-out walk to Arenamo, but he would get Isaac to pop up to third, and then he would pick off Arenamo to end the ball game with Osmond, as Rocket City wound up winning by the final of 3-2. They win. Meanwhile, Chattanooga defeats Knoxville last night, and as a result, Rocket City a game and a half behind both Knoxville and Chattanooga for first place in the North Division standings. Here are your totals. Montgomery, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. They left 2. Rocket City, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 3. Carlos Espinoza, despite his struggles, does get the win in relief. He's 2-1 on the year. 1 inning, 1 hit, a run. It was earned, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. The loss to Chris Clark, former Trash Panda. He falls to 2-2. Clark, 2 innings, a hit, a run. It was earned, no walks, and 2 punch-outs for him. Bryce Osmond gets the 2-inning save, 2 scoreless innings, no hits, a walk, and no strikeouts. His first save of the season. The time of game was a brisk 1 hour and 58 minutes. The first sub 2-hour 9-inning game this season, and the attendance 3,297. As again, Rocket City defeated Montgomery last night by the final of 3-2. There's a look at what happened yesterday. We'll take a timeout, come back and look at the Southern League standings right after this. Again, we're going to start in a delay, Rocket City and Montgomery, as we wait for a front to pass. First pitch is now slated for 7:05. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Josh Carey back here to wrap up the pregame show as we are going to start tonight's game in a delay. Rocket City and Montgomery, we're getting sideswiped by a passing storm from the west, but it looks like we will be good to go once this little front rolls on through. In fact, we haven't even covered the field, but it looks like we're going to resume air at 7 p.m., and then first pitch will be at 7:05 tonight between Rocket City and Montgomery. Before we go back to studio, here's a look at the standings as we enter play today. In the north, Chattanooga 35-29, along with Knoxville also at 35-29. Both teams are tied for the divisional lead. Knoxville has won 7 of 10, and again, those two teams play each other all week long. Rocket City sitting there a game and a half back. Here's the good news. If you win a game, if you're Rocket City, you're guaranteed to gain a game on someone because Knoxville and Chattanooga again are playing each other. Trash Pandas only a game and a half back. They have now won 3 in a row. Birmingham is 24-39, 10 and a half off the pace. In the south, Biloxi 32-29. They're a game up on Pensacola. The Blue Wahoos are at 32-31. And Montgomery, boy, yesterday's struggles really hurt them. They're now a game and a half back at 32-32 on the year. They've lost 6 in a row as they have fallen on hard times at the worst possible time for Montgomery. Columbus, meanwhile, brings up the rear 28-32. They are 3.5 out, but it looks like they'll just have too many teams to hop over the final 5 days of the first half. So there's a look at the standings. We are now going to move into rain delay coverage. Rocket City and Montgomery. Again, we've already announced a new first pitch time. It'll be a 7:05 first pitch for this game between the Trash Pandas and the Biscuits, as a beautiful rainbow has now broken out here at Toyota Field. But that being said, we are still going to have first pitch at 7:05. We will resume action at 7 o'clock, but until then, we'll kick it back to studio for regular programming. So for Daniel Williams and for Chris Harris and for everyone with the Trash Pandas, this is Josh Carey. Again, we're in a rain delay, Trash Pandas and Biscuits, and this is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
And hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Toyota Field. Josh Carey joined alongside Chris Harris, and back at Mission Command running the boards is Daniel Williams, where we are moments away from first pitch. Rocket City taking on Montgomery in what will be game 2 of a 6-game series as we wait out this 30-minute weather delay that just nicked us moments ago. We didn't even have to cover the field, but it looks like we'll get underway here very, very shortly. And we also want to welcome those of you who are watching on 31.6 Way More Television, our TV partner for the 2026 season. So here's how it sits, Chris, as we interplay today. Rocket City a game and a half behind both Knoxville and Chattanooga for first place in the North Division standings. Knoxville and Chattanooga are playing tonight. That means if Rocket City wins this game, they are guaranteed of waking up tomorrow in second place.
Yeah, they are. And right now, you just got to take care of what you can take care of, and that it's win baseball games. Yesterday, you had a chance to win 2. You won 2, so you just take it day by day by day, and this is a ball club playing some good baseball, and you're running into a ball club, and the Montgomery Biscuits, talented organization, the Tampa Bay Rays, but they have lost 7 consecutive ball games, so you're running into a team that's faltering a bit right now, and it doesn't hurt to have your ace on the mound today in Joel Hurtado.
Yeah, and hopefully he continues what has been masterful work by him over the last several weeks. By the way, I'm sure you can hear it on my crowd mic, but the wind is whipping a little bit, blowing out toward left field. Even though we didn't get a lot of rain, that little system that passed has certainly kicked up the wind. We'll see if that plays a factor in tonight's game as well. Here's a look at the starting lineup for the Biscuits, who are now 32-32 on the year. And don't forget about them. They're only a game and a half back in the South Division, so these games are very important to them as well. Emilian Pitre will lead things off. Petrie, I beg your pardon. He will lead things off, play second base. He had a home run last night. Braden Taylor will bat second and play third. Hader Arenamo will be in the 3 position. He is tonight's designated hitter. Xavier Isaac bats cleanup. He's at first. Will Simpson will be in the 5 spot out in right field. Mac Horvath darn near won the game last night for the Biscuits on a deep fly out to left. He will bat 6 and play center field. Kenny Piper does the catching, and hits 7th. Ryan Spikes in the 8 position. He's out in left field. And batting 9th will be Gregory Barrios. He will play shortstop. The defense for the Trash Pandas, left to right, it will go Skull, Rowdy Rodriguez, and Flint. Third to first, Fontanelle, McCroskey, Nick Rodriguez, and Bartolero. Behind the plate will be DeRazio, and on the hill again will be Joel Hurtado. 4-2, a 2.87 ERA, and like we've been saying of late, he has been flat out terrific. In fact, that 2.87 ERA is over 12 starts. Since April the 29th, he has a 1.57 ERA, which is tops in the Southern League and 5th in all of minor league baseball. Great work by him. Here's a look at the umpires for tonight's game. Behind the plate calling the balls and strikes is Chase Eubanks. At first will be Pedro Torres, and your third base umpire is the crew chief, Chad Patterson. Rocket City, white tops, white bottoms tonight. They'll be wearing the black lettering across the front in capital letters that says Trash Pandas with red trim, small powder blue numeral on the left tip with red trim, large powder blue numeral on the back with red trim, powder blue cap, black bill, and sprocket shooting through the trash can in the middle. As for Montgomery, gray tops, gray bottoms, it says Montgomery in black capital lettering across the front with yellow trim, large black numeral on the back with yellow trim, and the all navy blue cap with the italicized yellow capital letter M in the middle with the biscuit waving high behind it. We are ready for tonight's national anthem as the Trash Pandas take the field. It is Keene Ward from Nashville, Tennessee with the performance tonight. Let's head down to the field for her. the Wind. That was Keeney Ward with our national anthem out of Nashville, Tennessee, and we are moments away from first pitch. Rocket City and Montgomery. By the way, Rocket City did win yesterday by the final score of 3-2, and wins at home are brought to you by Twice Daily. Twice Daily Rewards members get a $1 slice off of pizza the next day. Limit 1 per loyalty account. So taking the mound is Hurtado. He has pitched against these guys before. In fact, in a year of great performances by him, one of his better ones came against this Montgomery team. Again, that was in the capital city last month. In that ball game, he went 5 2/3 innings, allowed 3 runs, but only one of them was earned. He gave up 8 hits, struck out 5. That was that frustrating game where Rocket City wound up winning 5-3, but they had to play through a rainstorm. Cameron Parrots had a big 2-run single. Rocket City should have won that game going away, but he kept them in it with a tremendous performance. He's coming off a great outing on the 11th at Chattanooga, where he went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, a couple of home runs in that game where he gave up 4 runs. But other than that, he was very, very good, and he'll look to do some more of the same tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, Hurtado is a special young man, and this right-hander maybe on the cusp of some type of a promotion. He's 25 years old, and you mentioned the numbers earlier and where he stands in minor league baseball over his last 8 starts, but in the month of May, he was terrific. He's carried it over here into the month of June. His sinker is his best pitch. That'll reach up to 96, 97 miles an hour. Plus, he throws that gyro slider, which produces more ground balls, and that's the key. We talk about it every time he takes the hill. He produces a ton of ground balls. He leads the league. He's induced 73 ground ball outs this year. That's what he does. That's the way he gets his outs. He's going to strike out some guys, but mainly his job, get ground balls.
So standing in will be Emilian Petrie to lead things off, inning 278, a homer and an RBI. That homer and RBI came last night in the first inning. So a right-on-left matchup as Petrie will stand in. By the way, as we begin tonight's game, should be noted, Chattanooga is leading Knoxville 4-2. They're in the top of the 4th inning. And, of course, we'll keep an eye on that game. The windup in the first pitch is a fastball that sails outside. 1-0. First pitch is at 7:07, and it goes down in the books as a 32-minute delay, 83 degrees at first pitch. Partly cloudy and warm, very humid today. Here's the 1-0. Fastball will miss high. 2 balls and no strikes on Petrie, who, again, we're learning a little bit about this guy. Second-round pick by the Biscuits out of Canada. I've been trying to pronounce the name of his hometown correctly. It's Repentigny, Quebec, as the next pitch is a fastball. There's a low strike. We'll go to 2-1. I'll have to ask Calabrese if I'm saying that right.
I'm going to say, just ask David.
2-1 on the left-handed hitter.
It's funny, yesterday, of course, Sneed pitched outstanding. Nate Sneed gave up that home run, then retired 18 of 19.
Next pitch, a swing and a miss on the fastball. Going to go to 2 balls and 2 strikes, and again, it cannot be emphasized enough how much this Montgomery team is struggling. They've lost 7 in a row. At one point, they had 16 players on the IL. That is a tough way to go. Off the line at third is Fontenelle. The 2-2 swung on, bounced to second, coming in, up, fielding, throwing to first is Nick Rodriguez. Now they'll be out number 1 as Petrie rolls over to second. And 1 away for Braden Taylor, 246, 10 home runs, and 30 driven in. And there's a ground out, as we've said many a times about Hurtado this season. If he's getting them to hit it on the ground, he's getting his job done. So Taylor will step to the plate. He had 3 home runs in the series against Rocket City at Montgomery last month, as he'll stand in. Playing up at third is Fontenelle. Everyone else is back and swung to the right. Next pitch. There's a strike. It's 0-1. Fans, MLB Plus is new for 2026. Stream MLB Network 24/7 and select out-of-market games every week. Plus, live radio broadcasts of every game, Game Day 3D, big inning, and minor league action as well. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today. 0-1. And that was a slider that missed outside. Going to even out a ball and a strike on Taylor.
A little bit of a selfish plug here, Josh. The new edition of the Trash Pandas game program features a story about Hurtado, his journey, which is the, unconventional rise of Joel Hurtado.
The 1-1, did he hold up his swing? He did not. They appeal down to third, and the umpire, Chad Patterson, rung him up. Good breaking ball, another slider. It will go to 1-2. Yeah, even Joe Cruz will give you an attaboy for your scribe efforts.
You can read it on TrashPandasBaseball.com.
1-2 on Taylor, West Jordan, Utah native. Grew up going to a lot of Bees games. Here's the 1-2. That misses down and in. Oh, that should have been a strike. It was a fastball on the lower inside corner. I will say DeRazio, when he received that ball, his glove went toward the ground. I'm sure that made it tougher for Eubanks to make the call. The look in and the 2-2. That one should have been a strike as well. That was on the lower inside corner, but they called it off the plate. So 3-2, and in fairness to Hurtado, he should already have 2 outs.
Joe Cruzo letting our home plate umpire Chase Eubanks know about it, too.
Got to come right after him here. Open stance for the left-handed hitter. Payoff pitch on the way. Swung on, rolled softly to second. Waiting back on it, Rodriguez. Throw to first in time. 2 quick ground outs to second, 2 quick outs in the first. Here is Jader Arenamo, the designated hitter, 226, 8 home runs, and 27 driven in.
That was a changeup, and oddly enough, that one was out of the zone that he swung at, and gets another ground ball out.
Sometimes when it rains, it pours, and that's kind of where Montgomery is right now. Right against right. Off the line at first is Bartolero. And the first pitch, a fastball swung on a miss 0-1. I keep praising the Rays farm system. I worked under them when I was in Hudson Valley for 4 years, and I know how good they are, but it's been a tough year for their farm. These guys are struggling. AAA Durham is really struggling as well. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, rolled foul past third. 0-2. That being said, their major league team is in the thick of it, and that's all that really matters.
It's funny, this Biscuits team, they've been in the postseason 10 straight years.
Yeah.
Entering 2026, and that's I know there's only 8 teams now in the league, but still to do that, it's incredible.
Hurtado will try to end the inning. Arenamo waits. The windup and the 0-2. Swung, a little flare into center, and going to play it on a hop is Rowdy Rodriguez. Caught it right off the end of the bat. It was a slider. He left that one a little bit high, though, and that put it on a tee for Arenamo to guide it into center field. So the first hit of the game for Montgomery, and 1 man on with 2 men out for Xavier Isaac. The first baseman at 225 with 12 homers and 32 driven in.
Isaac's been scuffling a bit as of late. Had a tough series at home. He's 2 for his last 24. But we know what he's capable of and how hot he can get.
Signed for $2.5 million back in 2022. Right on left, open stance, first pitch. Swinging and a miss. He's got such a nice swing. You got to figure he's going to figure it out at some point as it's 0-1. Still only 22 years old.
He's a big leaguer. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
You can tell he just has the look. Was going to go to Florida before signing with the Rays. Set again, the 0-1. That one misses down and away. Change up. Going to even at a ball and a strike. Prepped at East Forsyth High School. That's in North Carolina. Short lead at first by Arenamo. Holding the runner there is Bartolero. 1-1. Swung, hit hard at first. Good pick by the first baseman, Bartolero. That one came up on him a little bit as he was ranging toward the line, but he was able to pick it and turn around and step on the bag. 3 unassisted. That one 103 off the bat, and the Biscuits are put away in the first inning. No runs, no hit, or pardon me, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. End of half an inning. Montgomery nothing, Rocket City coming to bat. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hass, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom one as Montgomery came up empty in the top half. Now the Trash Pandas will head to the plate with a record of 33-30. Nick Rodriguez will lead it off. He will play second base. First pitch to him by Gary Gill Hill is swung on and missed. That's a four-seam fastball. 0-1. Rodriguez, 260, 2 homers, 27 driven in. He'll be followed by Roddy Rodriguez, who's playing center, and Tucker Flint, who's out in right. Next pitch. Swung, hit foul to the screen. It's quickly 0-2. It'll be Cole Fontenelle batting cleanup at third. Caleb Bartolero, who had 2 hits in his home debut last night, he will play first base. Anthony Skull in the 6th position out in left. J.J. DeRazio hits 7th. He'll do the catching. Harold Cole will make his series debut, bat 8th, and be the designated hitter. Hitting 9th is the shortstop, Mac McCroskey. Right on left, 0-2. Swung and hit foul off to the left. Lunging at that fastball was Rodriguez. Going to remain 0-2. The defense for the Biscuits, left, right, Spikes, Horvath, and Simpson. Third, first, Taylor, Barrios, Petrie, and Isaac. Behind the plate, Piper, and again on the hill, Gary Gill Hill. I did not mean to do that on purpose. Pitch is swung and foul to the screen. It's 0-2.
Well, Gary's talented young man.
2-1, a 3.72 ERA. Rocket City saw him last month. Same game that Hurtado pitched. Fastball is down and in. 1-2. Went 5 innings in that game. 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He walked 1 and struck out 3. Got a no decision. The right-hander winds up. Here's the 1-2. Just missed outside. That was a changeup off the plate. Evening at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nick 0 for 4 yesterday. Hill, meanwhile, out of New Rochelle, New York. That's just north of the city. The 2-2. Fastball high and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 6th round choice of the Rays back in 2022. Open stance for Nick. They play him straight away on the infield. Wind hailing out toward left. Next pitch. Swung, a little flare down the left side. That'll tail foul into the picnic patio and remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hill last pitched on the 11th against Knoxville. Got knocked around a little bit. As the next offering roped into right field for a base hit. Nice at-bat by Nick Rodriguez. Worked a deep count, fought off a couple of pitches, and took a hanging sweeper and lined it into right.
What's one of the keys we hear about getting to the big leagues? You got to control the top of the zone, and that was a pitch up that, like we see Nick do a lot, kind of tomahawks it into right field for a base hit.
Good start to the first inning. Here's Rowdy Rodriguez, who was really seeing the ball well yesterday. Went 2 for 4. Yeah, he struck out a couple times, but he also had an RBI double, a single, and also a line out during the suspended game earlier in the day as well. Right on right. First pitch to Rowdy. Fastball. Did he go around? He did. First base umpire Pedro Torres rings him up on the slider high and in. It's 0-1. Rowdy, 288, 8 homers, 32 RBI. Hill on the 11th, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, struck out 1 and walked 2 in a 14-5 loss for the team. He got a no decision, though. From the belt, the 0-1. There's a strike. Threw him a 4-seam fastball on the lower inside corner. And it will run to 0-2.
It was interesting. Rowdy used his timeout after the first pitch when he kind of got tied up. Not sure if he maybe wasn't expecting something there.
Next offering. Oh. Hit him. That hurts, but it's also a break. That was a fastball at 95 that got away from Hill, and it caught Rowdy right between the 1 and the 4, and he's walking up the third base line. He's smarting a little bit.
And the 0-2 pitch, and it was a fastball at 95 miles an hour. Obviously no intention there on an 0-2 pitch, and Dylan Colwell, our athletic trainer, will meet him going down that first base line, but it caught him in front of the arm and the torso, or the back, and Man, I tell you what, that hurt.
Yeah, Darren Brown meets him as well, and Joe Cruzel will walk over from the third base coach's box to have a look as well. That's the big prospect for this Trash Pandas lineup. They're not going to push him if they feel he's in serious harm, but it looks like he's trying to coax his way into staying in the ball game.
He was trying to give Dylan the silent treatment. Dylan was forcing an answer.
Dylan's pretty good at that, too. He finds a way to make people talk. He'd be a good private investigator if the whole training thing doesn't work out.
Be good cop, bad cop. He and Chase would do well, our two trainers.
He's back in the dugout, and Rowdy's going to stay in there. So first and second, no one out. Chance had a big inning. Right on left as Flint stands in. Open stands for the left-handed hitter. First pitch. Fastball. That misses down and in. And it's 1-0 to Tucker Flint. Despite going 0 for 3 yesterday, Tucker's been one of the hotter hitters in this Trash Panda lineup. He went 9 for 24 last week at Chattanooga and really finished the week strong. Wind still blowing out toward left stiffly. Here's the 1-0. Fastball high and away. 2 balls and no strikes.
And that 7-game hitting streak come to an end last night, but still put together some solid at-bats. Going back to the start of the last series in Chattanooga, batting .367, and of course we know he likes to shoot the ball the opposite way.
The kick and delivery, that's high and away. Another changeup, 3-0, and I got to think he'll have the green light. Cole Fontenelle waits on deck. A walk and a single, a hit by pitch and a single, and now it's 3-0 on Flint. Hill in some trouble here. He'll go to the belt. And the 3-0. He was swinging and he missed. Fastball down and away. He took a little bit off that, though, and you could see Flint was out in front and he missed at it. 3-1 on Tucker. He's playing deep in right field as Simpson. It's got a little bit of room to right center, does Tucker, as now Flint will use his one timeout and step out of the box. Bottom 5 now from Knoxville. Chattanooga still leading it 4-2. Over the Smokies.
We need Knoxville to win.
Here's the set again. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the fastball. 3-2. Is that so?
Well, I don't often use AI, but this is a crazy finish with 3 teams in a half game, and basically we need Knoxville to win 3 out of the next 5 to have a shot.
Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Boy, give Hill some credit. He was down 3-0, and he beat him with a couple of fastballs, then got him a sweeper inside that was actually too far in. Fans, get all your Trash Pandas gear online at shoptrashpandas.com or in the store at the Junkyard Team store at Toyota Field or the Trash Panda store located on Hughes Road. So,
sorry.
1 away, and here's Cole Fontenelle. And a pickoff attempt at second, but not even covering the bag as Barrios. Chris has decided to break out one of the newer caps we'll be seeing here in the next couple of weeks.
Not sure if we can get the camera in here on this little 4th of July hat.
See, Chris, the idea is to get them to keep watching. They don't want to see our faces.
That's true.
His first pitch still waiting for Fontenelle. Hill, runners go. Pitch is high. Throw to third. That one is going to be in. Time for out number 2. How do you like that? They went ahead, put them in motion, but up throwing was Piper. He threw it right on the bag. Over to cover was Taylor, and Rodriguez was out from me to you. And this inning is not going the way we were hoping it would. Caught stealing 2-5. Rowdy Rodriguez, that is, takes second. And the count is now 1-0 on Fontenelle. Back to the belt. Hill. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Going to even at a ball and a strike just 2 minutes ago. Here's a look at that new cap.
Yeah. This is the Independence. This is the snapback, actually. You can get the fitted one as well. ShopTrashPandas.com. But I really like the Independence Day 4th of July hats this year.
We'll be bringing those out soon as the 1-1. There's a strike. Sweeper that just clipped the outside corner, and suddenly Hill is a strike away from getting out of this inning. Just moments ago, there were 2 men on, no one out, and the count was 3-0 on Tucker Flint. Open stands for Fontenelle. Check of second. Hill. Here's the 1-2. Missing way outside, a changeup. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. By the way, after next week, Rocket City goes to Columbus. We come home for 2 straight weeks, including Independence Day week against Pensacola. The look in again. 2-2 on the way. Swung on rope. That is a foul ball down the right side. Just a hair out in front of that one was Fontenelle. That was a sweeper, and he missed it middle in, and Cole was all over it. Jogging back to second will be Rowdy Rodriguez. He looks okay after that hit by pitch. No score as we play the bottom of the first inning. Hill trying to work out of a jam for Montgomery. Hill set again, the 2-2. Here it is. Missing high and away with a fastball. It will run now to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Not bad for Fontenelle. And of course, you'd love to score a couple of runs, but they have forced Gary Gill-Hill to throw 24 pitches here in the first inning.
That's a lot. From the first base side of the rubber, payoff pitch. Here it is. Runner goes for third. Pitch swung and missed, and that's strike 3. Boy, how did this inning turn around? First and second, no one out. A strikeout of Tucker Flint, a caught stealing of Nick Rodriguez, and another strikeout, this time of Cole Fontenelle. And Rocket City comes up empty in the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. At the end of 1, no score. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We move to the top of the Northrop Grumman second inning. No score. Montgomery and Rocket City do up for the Biscuits. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Simpson, Horvath, and Piper against Hohel Hurtado. Right first pitch. Swung and sliced foul off to the right. It's 0-1. Fans, it was Taco Mama that fed the Trash Pandas front office earlier this afternoon. At Taco Mama, they believe in supporting our local businesses and serving the guests the freshest ingredients possible. They believe any time is a good time for an ice-cold cerveza or a margarita. They also believe in people helping people. Pitches slap foul past third. Count quickly at 0-2. Well, you go back to that first inning, and who knows, it might be a turning point in this series, but what's so frustrating if you're Rocket City, you felt like you had Montgomery against the ropes, and with your ace on the hill, and with Montgomery really struggling, you put up 2 or 3 runs. Maybe that's all she wrote, but Rocket City wound up with nothing. Hurtado into his wind. Here's the 0-2. Swung and flared out into left center field. Moving to his left, now back and making the catch is Anthony Skoll. That'll be out number 1 as Simpson caught that one off the end of the bat, but still gave it a ride.
Simpson, one of the hottest hitters in the league right now. He came in 10 for his last 28, 2 doubles, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs, and that time he, like you said, he just, and that's the thing with Hurtado. You're going to miss some barrels with the stuff that he has, but good to get through Simpson.
One away, here's Mac Horvath, 248, 5 home runs, 22 batted in. First pitch is a fastball. Called a strike, it's 0-1. Horvath darn near won the game for Montgomery. Yesterday, he hit a sac fly in the 7th inning to tie the game, but he came within an eyelash of getting the ball out of the yard to straightaway left field. The 0-1. Fastball that's down and in as he missed with a sinker, did Hurtado. 1 ball and 1 strike. Horvath out of Austin, Minnesota. Involved in a trade with the Orioles in 2024. Open stance for the right-handed hitter. 1-1. Missing high. That was a slider that time. It'll go to 2 balls and 1 strike. By the way, want to send along a congratulations to Brett Carey. He made his major league debut earlier today for the Angels in a loss to the Diamondbacks. Brett, I think, went 4 innings. I know he gave up a couple of runs, but still he is officially a major leaguer, and congrats to him. Fastball, a strike to Horvath. It will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a pretty exclusive club, man. If you can play in just one major league game, you can, the rest of your life, say, I was a major leaguer.
Hurtado looks in. They want to go high in the zone. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got the 4-seamer by him away. Horvath goes down on strikes. 96 on that pitch. Strikeout number 1 for Hurtado. Out number 2 in the Northrop Grumman second inning for Kenny Piper.
This is a sinking fastball. I mean, good luck. That's located perfectly. Probably left it maybe more up than he wanted to there, but it's got so much run to it. It is crazy good.
Piper, 236, 5 home runs, 19 RBI. Right on right matchup, first pitch. Fastball, that misses low. It's 1-0.
Of course, we forget Hurtado's the guy who actually threw a pitch a couple years ago, 104. He's got that in his arsenal, but haven't seen that in a while.
1-0 on the way. Fastball misses high, 2-0. If I'm a Angels executive, I don't know if I want to see that because I don't want him to throw out his arm. 2-0 on the right-handed hitting Piper.
I think I talked to him about a little bit. He said, you just let it loose one day.
The look in, 2-0. Oh, that one just clipped the corner, but he couldn't get the call. And Hurtado, I think, getting a little frustrated with Chase Eubanks. It's 3-0. That was a slider that time. Now he's got to come back on Piper. Waiting on deck is Ryan Spikes. Off the line at first is Bardolero. Here's the 3-0. There's a strike. Running now to 3-1. 4 games left in this series. 6:35 tomorrow through Saturday, and then we wrap it up on Sunday with a 4:05 contest. 3-1 by Hurtado. Breaking pitch swung and drilled into left center. Turning tail skull at the track, at the wall. It's out of here. A solo home run to left center by Kenny Piper. That was 103 off the bat and 421 to left center field. Home run number 6, RBI number 20, and it's 1-0.
That was a rare mistake pitch from Hurtado, and he knows it. Slider that was left up over the plate, and it just hung up there for Kenny Piper, who has the ability to do that.
The wind may have helped it a little bit, but still he got all of it. So 1-0. Here's Ryan Spikes, right on right. And he goes after the first pitch, fouls it straight back off the facade and back into the crowd below. 0-1 on the right-handed hitter. Spikes out of Conyers, Georgia. He was a third-round selection in 2021. The right-handed hitter stands in the 0-1. Fastball, there's another strike. It's 0-2. Hurtado quickly ahead in the count. Well, just like last night, Rocket City down early off of a solo home run. Hohel will look to end the inning. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball. Down on 3 pitches goes Spikes on strikes. Strikeout number 2 for Hurtado, and the side is retired. But a run scores on the home run by Piper. That was the only hit of the inning. No errors and no one left on base. The run is earned. We'll go to the bottom of the Northrop Grumman second. 1-0 Montgomery. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Valley Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike three! You're out!
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the Northrop Grumman second inning, 1-0 Biscuits with the lead. Fans, the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. First pitch to Bartolero is a fastball high and tight, or slider rather. It's at 1-0. Bartolero, Skull, and Durazio all due up against Gary Gill Hill, who got into all sorts of trouble in the first inning but worked out of it. As the next pitch is a little flare into right field, going out to make the catch like a wide receiver is Petrie over his shoulder. A little flare to second by Bartolero, and one out in the second inning for Anthony Skull. And fans, download the Trash Pandas Rewards app where you can become a member to earn points throughout the season for exclusive prizes. Scan the QR code and download the app and sign up now.
Get a point per dollar spent at the store, Junkyard Team store, or the one on Hughes Road, as well as a point per dollar you get at the concession stand as well.
Right on left against Skull, and Anthony will take a pitch outside. 1-0 on the changeup.
Which, by the way, we had a chance to sample. You went down so courteously to get that caramel apple chaos, which they're serving down there at All Stars.
Next pitch is swung, foul to the screen, 1-1. I got to tell my personal trainer, it's not my fault. We had a rain delay without rain. I felt hurt, so I had to do something to make me feel better, and that was my something. 1-1. Next pitch by Hill. Fastball inside, 2-1. Really, Chris, when you think about it, I'm a victim.
Well, you were victimized by a cinnamon pretzel bite. Cinnamon pretzel bites topped with caramel apple cobbler and soft serve ice cream.
The 2-1, swing and a miss. It will go to 2-2, a changeup. I've learned something. You want to go get soft serve in this ballpark, go to All Stars. They got good stuff over there. As it's 2-2, I'm a soft serve snob. As Skull stands back in, 0-59 in his brief time with Rocket City with an RBI. Hill, 2-2 pitch. That one will just miss outside, a sweeper. 3 balls and 2 strikes. They also throw a little bit of whipped cream on that as well, and they put it in this big plastic helmet. 3-2 pitches due to Skull. Here it is. Swung on and lofted foul off to the left. That'll land on the roof. And stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. You took a few bites of it as well.
Yeah, it was good. Come get that caramel apple chaos if you're heading to the ballpark this week.
Open stance for Skull, the payoff pitch. Swung and hit foul to the screen. Way to hang in there, Anthony. Going to remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
The next thing I want to try is this blast-off biscuit bomb. Sausage and gravy stuffed Southern-style biscuit served with char.
Here's the 3-2. Swung on, lined into center field for a base hit. On the changeup, laying the head of the bat out there was Skull, and boy, you could hear the ball pop off his bat. 98 was the exit velocity, and that'll be hit number 2 of the game for Rocket City.
Talk about char-grilled something or another. That was a ball that was scolded into center field. We know a lot of people that really like Anthony Skull. He's been off to a slow start, but got to stick with him.
Scalded by Skull. He's at first base. By the way, he can run a little bit. We'll see if they put him in motion. J.J. Durazio now stands in. 234, 3 home runs, and 14 batted in. Wind has really picked up as it blows out toward left. First pitch. There's a strike on a sweeper high and tight. 0-1 on the right-handed hitter as Gill really using that sweeper more often here in the second inning. Out to throw his 37th pitch. Next offering is on the way. And the pitch is outside, another changeup. It will go to 2-1. Let's see for Hill. His pitch high this season is 97, so he has a ways to go, but he can go a minute or two. Holding the runner at first is Isaac. A lot of room to the right side if Durazio can go to the opposite field. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Another slider down and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And again, Biscuits out to a 1-0 lead on a solo home run by Kenny Piper. Meanwhile, over in Knoxville, the Lookouts still leading the Smokies 4-2. They're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Durazio takes a moment. Now he'll dig his way back in. The right-handed bat ready to go as Hill will go from the belt. And a quick move over to first. He was leaning, but he was able to get back in there. The pickoff attempt was a little high by Hill, and that allowed Skull to dive back in. By the way, a lot of people have been asking me, who made the call for the pickoff attempt in the game last night? Here's the set again. And the 1-2, runner will go. Pitch is swung and drilled into deep left field. On the move is Spikes. He looks up, and that one is out of here. A hanging sweeper, and Durazio swept it out of the ball yard. 94 off the bat, 353 down the left field line. Home run number 4, RBI 15 and 16. Rocket City back in front. It's 2-1.
And that was a mistake pitch, no doubt about it. And think about J.J. Durazio. He can turn on a ball. He likes to pull the baseball, and well, he didn't miss that one as he crushes it on top of that net. Protects that new bullpen out there in left field for the Biscuits.
Yeah, and if nothing else, that takes a little bit out of the sting, the bottom of the first and then the run given up in the top of the second. First pitch is a strike. That one to Harold Cole making his series debut. It's 0-1. You're right, Durazio, and we saw it a lot in April, too, at the very beginning of the year. He had a couple of hard-hit balls that showed you his strength as the pitch is fouled straight back. 0-2. Again, he's been getting the lion's share of the playing time behind the dish due to Gustavo Campero's injury, and he's performed well. Here's the 0-2 to Harold. That will miss high, a fastball. 1-2.
The thing about that is he didn't get near all that baseball. I mean, he hit it pretty well, obviously, but he's the one who hit the ball over the second fence down the left field line at Chattanooga the first time they said that had happened.
Next pitch is swung, hit off the end of the bat, foul, pass first. It's 1-2. I remember that home run. I don't remember it going that far, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention, which is very possible, I might add.
I was talking with some of those ushers down there behind that berm. They said they hadn't seen one go over. It's that second little fence inside their new ballpark.
The 1-2 is swung, chopped at third. Coming in is Taylor. Sets, fires to first in time, and there'll be 2 out in the bottom of the Northrop Grumman second inning for Mac McCroskey. So Rocket City finds itself back in front. Here's Mac at 217, 3 dingers, and 13 RBI. What was so fun about yesterday's win for Rocket City, they did it in small ball fashion, right? You had an RBI ground out, you had a sacrifice fly. That helped propel them to the win. So far tonight, they've used muscle ball to take an early lead. First pitch to Mac is going to miss high, a slider. 1-0, and you're going to have to do that if you hope to get as many wins as possible this week. You're going to have to find different ways to win. 1-0 to Mac. Swung on, looped out into left field, charging toward the line. His spike still coming. He makes the catch. Bill High catch on the line drive by McCroskey. He'll fly to left, and that will retire the side. But in the Northrop Grumman second inning for Rocket City, they'll get 2 runs, both earned on 1 hit. That's the 2-run blast by Durazio. No errors, no one left. At the end of 2, it's 2-1 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next-generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the third inning, 2-1. It's Rocket City with the lead over Montgomery. Due up for the Biscuits, the 9-1-2 hitters, Barrios, Petrie, and Taylor against Joel Hurtado, who was victimized by a solo homer last inning. First pitch, fastball swung and hit foul back behind us. It's 0-1. Fans Defense Pest Solutions is a proud sponsor of Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Honest service you can trust to protect what matters most. That's Defense Pest Solutions. Right against right, here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, another strike. Going to go to no balls and 2 strikes. College World Series still unfolding. North Carolina defeated West Virginia earlier today. They're into the championship round. Meanwhile, Georgia trying to stave off elimination tonight against Oklahoma. Georgia wins. They play again tomorrow against the Sooners for a right to play the Tar Heels. The 0-2. Swung on, a line drive into right field for a base hit. Punching it to the opposite field was Barrios. That was a four-seam fastball at 97. He was able to go out of the zone, though, and get on top of the ball was Barrios and punch it into right.
Just a good piece of hitting right there. As it's a pitch you want to get a swing and miss on, but Barrios credit, he's able to get up there and get enough on it to get it over the infield.
Hit number 3 for the Biscuits. Now playing up at third is Fontenelle against Petrie. Right on left. First pitch on the way. He's swinging and he taps it foul over by the Rocket City first base dugout. 0-1. Ironically, Hurtado has allowed a hit in each of the first 3 innings. So Montgomery sort of figuring them out a little bit as Petrie rolled to second to lead off the ball game. The left-handed bat ready to go. The kick by Hurtado, and the pitch is a changeup down and in. Going to even out a ball and a strike. Petrie ready again. Here's the set and the 1-1. Runner goes on a delayed steal throw from the knees. Nowhere near in time, and a good play by McCroskey to reel that ball in. It was well to the third base side of second, and he had to lunge to his right, did McCroskey, to prevent it from going into center field. For Barrios, that'll be his 18th stolen base in 21 opportunities, and the go-ahead run is in scoring position, or the tying run is in scoring position. Petrie opened this season at High A Bowling Green, hit .299 and had 11 home runs. That's a lot, especially for a leadoff hitter. Check of second. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and lofted foul off to the left. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You look at Emilian, you don't necessarily think power hitter. Got some pop in that bat, though.
Yeah, he showed it off last night. 5'11", $185. Here's the set again. Check of second. Here's the 2-2. Missing down and away with a fastball. Running full now to 3 balls and 2 strikes, and the last thing you want to do right now is walk this guy. From the belt is Hurtado that want to set up high. The 3-2, here it is. Swung, bounded to first. Waiting back on it is Bartolero. He'll run to the bag in time for the out. Going second to third is Barrios. Nicely done by Petrie. Rocket City does get an out, though. Runner at third, 1 away for Braden Taylor, who bounced to second his first time.
runs a changeup, as you mentioned, a 90-mile-an-hour changeup. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with Caleb Bartolero over there playing first base. He's got good instincts and fields that position really well.
Yeah, and he's been busy over there the last couple of days. A lot of ground balls that way. The infield's going to come in with no one else on base. Runner at third, one out. Here's Taylor, who bounced to second his first time. 2-1, Rocket City with the lead, and the first pitch is a fastball. Called a strike, and it's 0-1.
That one was actually below the zone, but he got the call, but that's where you want to live.
Especially right now. Almost directly in front of the bag at second is McCroskey. That left side wide open for Taylor. Open stance for the left-handed hitter. Here's the kick in the 0-1. Fastball will miss low. Going to even at a ball and a strike.
Josh, by the way, did a little research. Notice, we hadn't made too many errors lately.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bit of a really nice trend for the Trash Pandas in that department.
Tell you about it after this pitch. Here's the set. Hurtado 1-1. Down and away 2-1.
Trash Pandas have a .991 fielding percentage, just 7 errors over their last 23 games. That's since May 20th. And right now, that is tops in all of minor league baseball. The fewest errors, 7 in the last 23 games. The next closest has committed 9. So this has been a very good defense behind these pitchers.
2-1 by Hurtado. Swung, ripped off of Bartolero. It'll trickle into right center for a base hit. That'll tie up the game, as at first is Taylor. He'll put on the brakes there. And Bartolero did all he could. That was a scalding 103 off the bat. He dove to his right. In fact, if he's another step to his right, he makes the play, but this was a tough play to handle. And it'll be an RBI single for Taylor, his 31st RBI of the year, and we're tied up at 2.
Well, that was one that maybe one out of every 1,000 times you make that play. That ball was right, hit very, very hard.
Right against right as Arenamo stands in. He singled his first time. First pitch, fastball down and away, 1-0. Go back to what Chris was saying about the defense, however, if we can take it a step further. On the season, Rocket City has a .981 fielding percentage, 40 errors on the year, which is 7th best in all of minor league baseball. So talk about doing the little things. Those are the little things. Right on right, the 1-0 is down and away as he threw him a slider. 2-0, and Hurtado scuffling a little bit here in the third. And time is called as DeRazio going to go out there and have a word with the right-hander, and Tim Levesque, the pitching coach for the Trash Pandas, will join them. As they do that, Trash Panda fans, if you want to continue following the Angels' top prospects and tomorrow's stars wherever you go, then be sure to download the Valley Sports Live app. It's hands down the best way to watch minor league baseball. Get every game at your fingertips all season long, plus real-time enhanced stats and an interactive bingo game you can play right along with every pitch. You can watch from your phone or your TV, and the best part, it's completely free. Just head to the App Store and download Valley Sports Live today. The meeting wraps up as Levesque heads back to the dugout, and we'll resume action shortly.
Just expected almost perfection from Hurtado, so anytime he kind of hits some adversity, it kind of is surprising. Maybe a little regroup here as you're behind 2-0 and a really good hitter in Arenamo.
Who's at 226 entering play today, right against right. Hurtado goes back to work. Instead, a quick move over to first and back in safely is Taylor. And that reminds me, who made the decision to do a pickoff attempt with the count 1-2, 1 strike away from victory last night? Well, that was Joe Krusel. And it makes sense because Osmond had not tried to pick off Arenamo, who was picked off to end the game last night. So he said, why not do it now? And they got the out. 2-0, high and away, snap throw to first, not in time. It was in the dirt. Good backhand pick by Bartolero. But now Hurtado down in the count 3-0, and that pitch should have been a strike.
Tell you what, Josh, last night when, of course, first of all, first career save for Bryce Osmond.
That's right.
He did a heck of a job last night. But that pop in the crowd was loud when that final out was made.
3-0 on Arenamo. Next offering, there's a strike. Threw him a sinker that caught the low part of the zone. It's 3-1. It's funny, we had, what do we have? We had 3,300 people last night. It sounded a lot more than 3,300.
That was one of the loudest ones I've heard this year.
The set again. Hurtado 3-1. Swing and a miss. He got a sinker by him at 95. And it will run full to 3-2. 1 out, top of the third inning. It's a 2-2 ball game. Rocket City and Montgomery. Biscuits have just claimed a run. Taylor edges away at first. He is a threat to steal, by the way, 9 of 11 in that department. Next offering. Swung, and did he hang on? No, he couldn't. Oh, that's too bad. And let's make sure DeRazio's all right. That ball got a piece of him. It was foul tipped at home. He started checking his chin. I think he might have been caught on the face mask. Going to stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom 7, no one on, 2 out for the Smokies. They trail Chattanooga 4-2. Wind has died down, still drifting out toward left, very gently this time. Payoff pitch. Here it is. Runner will go. Pitches a swing and a miss. Throw to second is on the money, and they call him safe.
Wow. What in the world?
Nick Rodriguez having a word with third base umpire Chad Patterson. Let's see, did he slide around it? Oh, boy, that's a beautiful swim move. Hard to tell from that angle, though, and Joe Krusel out there to talk to Chad Patterson as well.
Well, number one, heck of a throw by JJ. And that was a really, really impressive-looking slide, but whew.
We'll look at it again. I'll tell you what, I think he got in. You can see Rodriguez was able to get him on his left side of his chest. Don't know if he did get the hand in, but I'll tell you what, that was a heck of a move by Taylor.
Well, it was certainly a lot closer. That's one, if you challenge, I don't know that there would be enough to overturn that from that replay.
But you're right. What a throw by DeRazio. Now you got to go the extra mile and try to get out Xavier Isaac. That'll be strikeout number 3, by the way, for Hurtado. 2 outs, runner at second. Righty on left. First pitch is down and in, 1-0. By the way, Hurtado, just a pitch count. That's his 54th offering.
One thing I noticed today, Josh, just a manager going out there to have a conversation, remind him, I'll tell you about after this next pitch.
Leading away at second is Taylor. By the way, his 10th stolen base of the year in 12 tries. Next offering. Fastball away, 2-0.
This umpiring crew was down in Biloxi earlier this month, and Kevin Bowles was ejected by Chase Eubanks on the 4th, and then on the 7th by Chad Patterson. So he was ejected twice in that series by 2 guys on this crew.
Equal opportunity offender. Here's the set. The 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. And what I love about Bowles, when he gets ejected, he never gets very animated. So it's rather a casual conversation, and then suddenly, boop, you're gone.
Which we're talking about the manager for the Biscuits.
Who, by the way, is closing in on a pretty impressive mark himself. I'll try to bring it up here. As Isaac waits, 2-1. Just missed outside with a fastball. 3 balls and a strike. Right now, he is one of the all-time winningest managers in minor league baseball, active managers. He is right now 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th on the list with 1,431 wins. He is 14 behind Mike Guerrero of Biloxi for 6th place.
2 good ones, man.
3-1. Did he hold up his swing on the check? They say he did. That one was close on the slider, and Rocket City's dugout can't believe it. And J.J. DeRazio wants a new baseball, and someone just got thrown out for Rocket City.
I think that's Joe Krusel.
I missed the replay. Chad Patterson just tossed someone, and I think it is Krusel. And Joe is just now realizing it's him, and he's going to come out.
And Joe's going to take his time here, too.
He's talking to Chase Eubanks, but Patterson is the one who threw him out.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chad Patterson is maybe about as animated as Joe Krusel. He's going to give it right back to him.
And Darren Brown's going to come out there and get involved. You can see Joe, he's holding up his hand as if I saw you tell me to stop. But this is as animated as we've seen Joe this season. And he wants more.
Now, I don't blame him here. You know, Chad Patterson certainly seems a little proud of himself right now.
He'll head back to the middle of the diamond. Joe will call in tonight. Here's that check swing again. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, the thing about a check swing, it's kind of like pass interference in football. I was actually talking to one of the umpire supervisors, and it's basically the rule. It's not where the bat crosses the plate or anything like that. It's did he make an attempt to swing? So it's kind of a really big judgment call.
Joe has just made his way up the tunnel and into the clubhouse. Now, suddenly, the Biscuits have something cooking here. Runners at first and second with 2 away for Will Simpson, who flew out to left his first time. First pitch is down and away, 1-0. Let's give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio, WZZN.
The 1-0 on the way. Swung on, rolled foul past third. It will even at a ball and a strike.
You got me kind of fired up, Josh.
Yeah, I can sort of tell.
I usually don't, but I love these umpires, man. They're good people, but
I think what makes it even more frustrating, we know what's on the line tonight, right?
Yeah.
It's June, but it feels like September, and you really want all your guys out there. It's 1-1 on the right-handed hitting Simpson. The check of second. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Threw him a slider low, and tipping it into the mid of DeRazio was Simpson. It's 1-2, and after all this, Hurtado with a chance to get out of the inning with only 1 run scoring. 2-2, top of the third inning. Hurtado, a long look in. From the belt. Next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the slider. So Hurtado bears down, and he gets the strikeout. Whiffing at it is Simpson. That'll be strikeout number 4 for Hoel, and the inning is over. But a run scores. It's earned. They do it on 2 hits. No errors in the inning, and 2 men left on base. Bottom of the third on its way. Tied up at 2. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. 2-2 your score, Montgomery and Rocket City. And with Joe Kruzel's dismissal from this game, Darren Brown becomes the acting manager. He moves over to the third base coach's box. And right now we're waiting for a first base coach to come out there for Rocket City. And yeah, it'll be Tony Jaramillo, the hitting coach, who will take over those duties. So it's Rodriguez, and Flint. Nick, Rowdy, and Tucker all due up. As Nick stands in, led off the first inning with a single, then was thrown out trying to steal, and now we're going to get a pitch clock violation on Rocket City, I believe, because Jaramillo just came out, and now we got Ben Francisco, who's over here on a roving assignment, and boy, that's a bad break for Nick Rodriguez. He's going to get a strike because the Trash Pandas were tardy in getting their coach out there. That's a bad break. Here's the 0-1 to Nick. That will miss away. That was a changeup, going to even at 1-1. And, boy, now getting a near fall at home plate is Chase Eubanks.
Yeah.
This one may be getting out of control. Rodriguez stands in, the 1-1. Swung on, slap, foul pass first. He thwacked at that ball and roped it foul off the first base dugout. It's 1-2.
Well, Champ Patterson's now ejected both managers in the month of June in this ball game. Kevin Bowles and now Joe Krusel. I'm proud of Joe, though.
He knows the stakes, and he's fighting for his team, and that's what you want from your manager if you're a player. You want a guy who's going to back you. 1-2 on Nick. Open stance for the left-handed hitter. 1-2. Missing inside, that time with a sweeper. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We need to talk about Ben Francisco a little bit. He had a fine major league career before turning to coaching. 2-2 to Nick. Swung and ripped foul off to the left. Late swing that time by Rodriguez. Going to stay at 2-2.
Saw him out there earlier, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, working with Rowdy Rodriguez on some base running leads.
Next pitch on the way. High and away that time. That was close. 4-seam fastball that missed just off the plate.
And reads.
3-2 the count. Let's see. Ben last played in 2013. Payoff pitch. Swung and hit foul to the screen. He was fooled on the sweeper that time was Rodriguez, but he still nicked it to stay alive. Ben, though, born in Santa Ana, California, just down the road from Angel Stadium. Here's the 3-2 pitch. High and away, ball 4. So, wow, he was granted an 0-1 count was Hill, but Rodriguez fought him and was able to force a walk. That's going to be walk number 1 by Hill, and 1 on with no one out for Rowdy Rodriguez.
I love this kind of baseball, though. Here we are, bottom of the 3rd inning. We've high intensity, 2 teams, a game and a half out of first place. Got some gritty guys out there on the field, too. 2 great arms.
And really grinding out some good at-bats right now. Here's Rowdy Rodriguez, first pitch. A little flare into right field. That's going to get down for a hit. Nick Rodriguez at second puts the brakes on there. As up with it is Simpson. At first I thought he made a mistake, but Simpson did a great job getting on that ball, and if he had come up firing, it would have been a close play at third.
And, of course, Darren Brown now coaching third base. Tons and tons and tons of experience as a manager.
Former Seattle Mariners manager back in 2011. So,
yep.
2 on and no one out. Tucker Flint now with a chance to redeem himself. Right against left as leading away are the Rodriguezes. First pitch. Missing away with a changeup 1-0. Remember, Tucker was at the plate with runners at first and second, no one out. The count 3-0 on him, and he wound up striking out. That kind of turned the inning around. A lot of room to the left side. Shaded up the middle is the shortstop Barrios. The set. 1-0. Swung, ripped right at second on the ground. This will be a double play. Flint slip coming out of the batter's box. That'll be a 4-6-3 twin killing. He hit a 107 off the bat, but right at the second baseman, Petrie, who flipped it to Barrios covering second and then fired on to first. 4-6-3 double play. Nick Rodriguez takes third base, but suddenly there are 2 outs and a runner at third for Cole Fontenelle. Fans, in celebration of the World Cup, we have soccer night this Thursday. The first 1,000 kids will receive a Trash Pandas soccer jersey, courtesy of Huntsville Compounding Pharmacy. So it's up to Fontenelle. Right on left, first pitch. Going to miss away, 1-0.
Kind of reminiscent of the first inning, isn't it?
Yeah, and he was ahead of the count, too, was Flint. Let's see if Fontenelle can pick him up. Cole struck out his first time up. Rocket City trying to take the lead. As the next pitch is away, and right now struggling to hit the zone is Hill, although that one did catch the corner. He just didn't get the call. 2-0 as Caleb Bartolero waits on deck. Hill back to the belt. The 2-0. Swung, and he fouled it straight back. He chased one well out of the zone that time. It was a fastball, 2-1. Off the line at third is Taylor. Playing up the middle, the shortstop Barrios. Hill sets again, 2-1. Swung on and lofted foul off to the left. Chased another one outside the strike zone. Going to go to 2-2 and a chance here for Hill to finish the inning. Just a very odd ball game to this point, but a lot of intensity so far. 2-2 in the bottom of the third. Leading at third, Nick Rodriguez. The 2-2. Swung and flared into left, but drifting over toward the line is Spikes. He's under it. He'll put it away for out number 3 as Fontenot flies to left. And a golden opportunity goes by the wayside for Rocket City. First and second, no one out. A double play and a fly out later, and the Biscuits are out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Into 3, tied at 2. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the top of the fourth inning. Tied up at 2, Rocket City and Montgomery. 2 up for the Biscuits. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Horvath, Piper, and Spikes against Joel Hurtado, whose first pitch is a fastball. It's a strike, 0-1. For those of you on radio, I'll keep you up to date what's happening on the field, but we want to turn our attentions this evening to our sponsor for the evening. That is Nicholas Watford of 121 Disposal. He's kind enough to join us as the pitch is away, 1-1. And Nicholas, first off, thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about 121 Disposal. Who are you guys and what are you about?
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you having us tonight. We're a full-service waste provider, if you will, based right here, right there in Auburn, Alabama. Recently, we're excited about making the transition, opening an office up here in the Decatur area up here. So we're excited about it. We started the business 2019 with 1 truck and 3 roll-off boxes, and we've got about a little over 100 trucks on the road now. We service about 45,000 residential cans, and then, commercial and front load containers, and then our roll-off compactor services as well. So we're rocking and rolling, and we're busy, but we're excited about it.
Count is 3-1 on Horvath. Next pitch is slap fair down the left field line. That's going to trickle into the corner. Around first is Horvath. He's on his way to second. Into the corner to dig it out is Skull. He'll get it back in. But a leadoff double for Mac Horvath. He's at second with no one out. And Kenny Piper will come to the plate. How many locations do you guys have?
Let's see. We've got one in Phoenix City, Alabama. We've got our main office in Auburn, Alabama. Then Birmingham. And just recently opened the office here. We've got another office or location in Montgomery, and then a small operation in Roanoke, Alabama as well. So let's see, what's the 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6?
Yeah, I got 6 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many people do you employ?
We employ about, like I said, we got 100 drivers or so. We're close to 150, 175 people.
So I got to ask, all right, you're a disposal company and you hear the name Trash Pandas. Was this like yin and yang? You just felt like this had to come together?
Oh, yeah, we've seen this. And, we got the Stay Trashy brand, and you'll see some stuff around the park tonight. And we say, Trash Talk starts here, so he'll fit right in with us, so we had to jump on it. We're excited to be here. We love the opportunity to show it off a little bit.
What are some of the things you guys have been able to do around the ballpark tonight?
Yeah, we actually got a brand new truck delivered up here today. So, fans coming into the stadium, got to see that thing, show it off to some kids. If you've got kids, the trash truck show's popular. So the kids like to hop in there and blow the horn and check it out. So, that's cool. And then just getting to interact with some of our customers, some potential customers coming through, grabbing some of our swag and, just asking us, kind of talking about, what we do and what we can offer.
Count 1-2 as Hurtado in dire need of a strikeout here against Piper, who hit a solo home run. His first time up, Nicholas Watford of 121 disposal is joining us. As away at second is Horford. And the next pitch is away. Going to go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got to ask, since you've now just opened this office in Huntsville, you guys looking for people? You looking to hire anyone out there? Should they apply?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, drivers make this business go around. And so, honestly, drivers, they can find us on our website or, call our phones. It's something that makes us.
Pitch is laced into left center field. That's going to get down for a hit and give Montgomery the lead. A run is in. Runner going for second. The throw there is not in time, as in with a head-first dive is Kenny Piper. An RBI is Piper on an RBI double. That'll be his second ribby of the game. Give him 21 for the season. And Montgomery back in front. It's 3-2. As you look at it again, good job by Skull to get over to the ball and get it back in. But the throw was late, and around from second is Horvath. And another good slide by Piper. So a runner at second with no one out. Here's Ryan Spikes. He struck out swinging his first time up. So I got to ask, you were talking about the kids and the truck and wanting to hop in there. We hear about kids, they always want to be, police officers, or they want to be firefighters. As the pitch is bounced to short, runner will go to third, in, up, throw to first by McCroskey is in time, 6-3 on the putout. That'll be out number 1. Do you hear a lot of kids who want to be disposal truck drivers, or is it something they kind of fall into after they have an experience like that?
Yeah, we get it all the time. Our kids, obviously, they see it. We live and breathe this thing, sometimes a little too much, if you ask our wives. But the kids, man, they see our guys coming down the road, especially the residential business. We get calls all the time. Hey, my son wants to know what time y'all will be by there. He just wants to see the truck, stuff like that. All the touch a truck events we do, the kids love to come see it. So a lot of times it's their heroes, what they see. It's a lot of, our drivers getting out, interacting, showing them the truck and stuff like that, taking pictures. So it makes their day. It makes ours. Our drivers love to do it. So we invite it. If you see our guys out there, stop them, talk to them, ask them about the truck. They like to show them all.
Oh, what a catch by Bartolero, and he fires it back in, and staying at third is going to be Piper. What a play by Bartolero. This was a foul ball near the tarpaulin, and he had to race with his back to the infield, make a catch, run into the tarp down there, and then fire the ball back in just in case Piper wanted to tag up and score. This is a wonderful play. This is unfamiliar territory to Bartolero, who's only playing his second game in this ballpark, but that was a wonderful defensive effort. Now there's 2 out and a chance for Rocket City to keep this to a 1-run ball game as Emilian Pitre stands in 0-for-2, a rollout to second and another to first. Right on left in the first pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. Anything coming up involving 121 disposal you want to let folks know about, any events, things like that?
Yeah, we've got one coming up down in Hartselle in this area, if you will, that we'll be at, and we'll have some stuff and some people there. So come see us. That one's in September, middle of September. We've got a touch a truck event that we'll have another new truck in Birmingham this weekend coming up. So if you're down that way, come by and see us. Love to talk to you. Love to show the truck off and just talk to you about what we're about.
Count is 1-1 on Petrie. Leading at third is Piper. Next offering is down and in. That was a changeup. It goes to 2-1. You a baseball fan at all?
Yeah, actually, I am. I'm a Braves fan. I played a little bit of college baseball.
Where at?
Southern Union. So,
okay.
Yep. I enjoy it. I watch a lot of it. So, it's fun.
Count at 2 balls and a strike as Hurtado trying to get out of the inning. 2-1. Swung on, bounced to first. Bartolero charges infield. He'll feed Hurtado covering in time. 3-1 on the putout, and that'll retire the side. Nicholas, before I let you go, where can we learn more about 121 disposal?
Yeah, absolutely. Any social media platform, we're there, 121 Disposal. Our website, or give us a call. Something that makes us a little bit different about us. We answer the phone. As crazy as that sounds, we want to talk to you. So give us a call. Happy to tell you about what we got going on. Answer any questions you got.
Nicholas Watford, thank you so much. Thank you for all you do for us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is a 3-2 ball game. Montgomery with the lead. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the fourth inning, and Caleb Bartolero goes after the first pitch he sees, lines out into center field, one away, and here to give you the play-by-play is Chris Harris.
All right, thanks, Josh. So Bartolero lines out to center, and that'll bring in Anthony Scholes. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 batters due up. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Rocket City now looking up at the Biscuits, 3-2. As Gary Gill-Hill fires, and the offering is outside a ball to Anthony Scholl, who singled his last time up. He was out in front, but still lined a base hit to center field. As Scholl waits in the box, the 1-0 pitch is swung on, hit well, deep down the left field line. At the track, at the wall, kiss it goodbye! The first Double-A home run for Anthony Scholl. And we're tied at 3. I don't think he hit that one as hard as that line drive base hit up the middle in his last at bat, but 340 feet, 95 off the bat. But that's good enough, and that's where he's really improved this year. Of course, Player of the Month in May in the Northwest League, playing for High A Tri-City, as there's a ground ball towards third out the bat of DeRazio. Up with it over there at third is Taylor. And 2 away now for Harold Cole. But on the season now for Anthony Scholl, if you count his numbers with High A Tri-City, he's got 9 home runs since the beginning of May. And a total of 12 on the season. Fastball misses high to Harold Cole. And it's 1-0. And for Scholl, he was hitting .272, 11 home runs, 13 doubles, 28 RBIs. And Northwest League Player of the Month in May with those 10 doubles, 8 home runs, 9 multi-hit games in the month as well. The 1-1 pitch now. A swing and a miss, breaks off a good sweeper that time, did Gil Hill. And it's 1-2 on Harold Cole. So Anthony Scholl is now 2 for 2 with a single and a home run. 2-run home run by J.J. DeRazio in the second, so all 3 runs coming via the long ball, which is totally opposite of really the makeup of this Rocket City Trash Pandas team right now. Cole takes outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Out of the windup, here comes the 2-2. Spins off a sweeper again that bounces in the dirt low. And it's a full count now, 3-2. Grounded out to third his first time up. There's some activity in their bullpen out there in left field. 3-2. Swinging a tapper foul that bounced up and caught. Kenny Piper, the Biscuits catcher, and home plate umpire Chase Eubanks going to walk out a new baseball for the pitcher as Piper shakes that one off. But in my talks with Phil Plantier last week, it was over the hitting in the minor leagues for the Angels. He really, really, really liked Anthony Skoll, and one thing he said is he's gotten away from being a strictly pull hitter, where he's not necessarily spraying the ball, but he has the ability to see the baseball a lot more. And he says when he gets hot, look out, he can be one of the best hitters in any league. 3-2 payout pitch. Swung on, flied out towards deep right. But back and making the catch is Simpson for out number 3. But in the inning, a solo home run by Anthony Skoll, is first at the Double-A level. And we're back even 3-3 as we're off to the 5th inning at Toyota Field. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane, and at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We're back even 3-3 as we start the top of the 5th inning. Rocket City gets a home run from Anthony Skoll. And Skoll, you may wonder, is he a prospect, or he's really not considered one of the top prospects in the Angel system, but you talk to the right people. He's one that a lot of folks have their eyes on. As a pitch outside, ball 1 to Braden Taylor. And an RBI single his last time up, facing Joel Hurtado, who's back to work here in this 5th inning. He's thrown already 79 pitches in the outing. Works out of that windup and the 1-0 pitch. It's inside, throws the slider that time. It's 1-1. Excuse me, 2-0. Put a strike up on the board. It is 2-0. Hurtado has had a lot of traffic tonight. As a fastball that time scratches the bottom of the zone. It's 2-1 now. Scoreboard says 1-2, but it's the wind and the pitch. Off-speed delivery misses inside, back to the slider that time, but for the Biscuits, they had 1 on in the first. Of course, the home run in the second inning. 2 on base in the third. And scored another run with 2 on base, a pair of doubles in that 4th inning. A lot of time out of the stretch for Hurtado. Fastball misses high. And that is ball 4. The 3-1 pitch misses, so he walks Taylor to lead off this top of the 5th inning. That's the second walk issued by Hurtado. And runner now will be Yadier Arenamo with a runner at first base and no one out. Arenamo has a single and a strikeout so far today. 0 for 2 last night. A couple of walks. Takes a first pitch strike that time. A slider at 86 miles an hour. There is activity in that Rocket City bullpen. Up and throwing is Chris Cortez, the hard-throwing right-hander. Arenamo waits in the box. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Misses low for a ball. It's 1-1. Hurtado hasn't had his best stuff tonight, but he's still been extremely effective. Allowed 3 runs so far on 6 hits. He struck out 4. He's walked 2. He's ready, and now the 1-1 pitch. Show a bunt that time and a kind of poke at it towards first base by Arenamo, picked up by Bartarello. He'll step on the bag. That's will go down as a sacrifice bunt, although he's kind of slapped at it with that bunt down the first base line. Bartarello continues to play a nice first base. Up to second base, that go-ahead run, as Arenamo gives himself up for Xavier Isaac, who has been scuffling 2 for his last 25. He did walk his last time up. 0 for 1 officially today. 0 for 5 in the series. Came in batting .225 with 12 home runs and 32 driven in. Wind blowing still from right to left. It's been blowing pretty much the entire ball game. As the off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. Goes back to the changeup. Chris Cortez continues to warm up in that bullpen. This will be the last series. Rocket City will have the bullpen out there in right field. They'll go back to their normal spot in left center during the next homestand. 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled off of Durazio. Oh, man. That caught him in a tough spot. And home plate umpire Chase Eubanks walks out a new baseball for Hurtado. It's one of those you don't necessarily want to see the replay. That was actually off the foot. I don't know if no balls and 2 strikes on Isaac. Hurtado's 0-2 pitch. Speed goes back to the slider. That one misses low and away. A ball and 2 strikes. And a little bit of a late start tonight. There was a cell that was coming our way that mostly dissipated. We saw a few raindrops, but not much. Thankfully, just a fairly short delay. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down on strikes goes Isaac. Strikeout number 5 for Hurtado, and now 2 outs. And out will come Darren Brown, who's now the manager, acting manager for the Trash Pandas after Joe Cruzel was ejected. And he's going to make the pitching change. I'm sure Hurtado would love to try to get through this 5th inning, but he's at 91 pitches. And he will exit the game for Chris Cortez. And Hurtado, you know what? It wasn't a great night for him, but he still battled his tail off and has given his team a great chance to win a ball game. So Cortez will come in. Hurtado comes out as the Trash Pandas are in a 3-3 tie ball game. We'll tell you more about Chris Cortez after this. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Bally Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
New pitcher for Rocket City is the right-hander Chris Cortez, who wraps up his warm-up tosses. This is Cortez's 14th appearance of the season. Comes in 4-1 at ERA at 5.56. He's been really good lately. No runs allowed over his last 5 appearances, which covers 4 2/3 innings. No runs, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 4 walks. His last outing was against this Biscuits team. 1 inning. As Cortez inherits that runner at second base, first pitch is tapped foul. Tell you what, while I'm looking at that. That's basically his last appearance. It's going back to the May 31st game. It shows in our notes here. But his last appearance was in Chattanooga on the 14th. There's a swing and a miss on a good offering that time from Cortez. Last outing was in Chattanooga. Still those numbers right. He got the win in that ball game. 1 inning, no runs, 1 hit. Struck out 2 and walked 1 through 20 pitches in that outing. That was after Austin Gordon had pitched the first 4 1/3 innings. Here's an 0-2 pitch. Spiked the breaking ball, blocked up, and a good block by J.J. Durazio. Saves a wild pitch, keeps that runner at second base in a tie ball game, 3-3 here in this top half of the 6th inning. Receiving top of the 5th inning. And going back to that game on 14th, that was a 5-4 Rocket City victory. Murphy picked up his 13th save. There's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Simpson. So the strikeout for Cortez ends the top of the 5th inning. And no runs, no hits, a walk, a man left, and we head to the bottom of the 5th inning now from here at Toyota Field. What a crazy game we've had. We're just halfway home as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-3 your score. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Flags blowing continually here at Toyota Field as we head to this bottom of the 5th inning. Gary Gilhill back to work. First pitch in there for a strike to Matt McCroskey. And it's 0-1. We're still tied 3-3 as Gary Gilhill faces the 9 1-2 batters for Rocket City. Next offering swung on, grounded towards third, picked up over there by Taylor, and makes the throw across to get Mack. And that is out number 1. Well, this Friday and Saturday, it's our barbecue weekend at Toyota Field, celebrating Alabama's rich barbecue and white sauce tradition. Night that's all about great food, great fun, and great baseball. Enjoy Trash Pandas baseball as the players take the field in those special Bama butts and Alabama white sauce jerseys. Pitch is fouled back off the screen by Nick Rodriguez. And it's 0-1. Get those sampling passes as well. There's still a very limited amount remaining. Sample those great pork options and the white sauce. Maybe some local barbecue joints that are competing for $1,500. 1-1 pitch to Nick. In the dirt, low and inside for a ball. It's 2-1. Nothing like a good pork butt on a Friday night.
You're telling me. Actually, speaking of a feast.
There's a 2-1 now. Swing and a ball slapped down the left field line. That's going to get down and roll. This is going to be the league-leading 17th double for Nick Rodriguez as it kind of bounced around down there. Spikes had to wait for it to carry him off the wall twice down there, the side wall and the main wall, as Nick Rodriguez has his second into the ball game. He's been on base all 3 times.
I don't know if you remember early in the season, Chris, but everyone was playing him to pull, but that's not happening anymore. Everyone's playing him more straight up, and it's because of swings like that. He's shown a propensity to go into all fields, and that time he went oppo down the left field line.
Jim Paddock, the pitching coach, going to go out for a visit here to talk it over with Gary Gill-Hill. He's at 78 pitches. He threw 25 in the first inning and then threw 19 in the second. And he still made it to the 5th inning. Giving up a pair of home runs. It's 3-3. Quick meeting there.
But anyway, down in our lounge, we've got some sub sandwiches. We got steak. We got Tuscan chicken down there. Yeah. Rice, beans. You'll need to go grab yourself a plate, big fella.
I did feast on Taco Mamas earlier today. Sponsored our team feed today. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. Here's the red-hot Rowdy Rodriguez. First pitch down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. On a tight leash right now is Gary Gill-Hill, one of the top young prospects for the Tampa Bay Rays. Drafted as a high school kid from New York. They have activity. Spin throw to second base, and back in goes Nick. The Rodriguez duo, they've been all over the base paths today. Whoever that is warming up, he's ready. I think it's a left-hander. 1 ball, no strikes on Rowdy. He's been hit by a pitch and singled. As that delivery's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1.
If it's a left-hander, then it's one of 2 guys, either TJ Fontaine or Jackson Lancaster.
Lancaster was just activated yesterday. There's a few guys blocking my view through the binoculars. 1-1 pitch. That's up and in. 2 balls and a strike. Go down there and tell him to get out of the way.
By the way, while we have a moment, I want to say hello to Joe Cruzel, who's, I'm sure, listening from the clubhouse. Joe, great to have you listening.
Proud of you.
Proud of you, yes.
2 balls and a strike on Rowdy. Swung on, foul back, and out of play. That was a healthy swing. And Nick and Rowdy both combined have been on base all 5 plate appearances. Rowdy's now hit in 4 straight games. That's after he failed to reach base in 2 straight games for the first time this year. In Chattanooga, he's come back with a vengeance. Pitch on the way. Off-speed pitch, check swing that time. And they appeal. I think they said no swing.
They did, and Hill is beside himself.
That one certainly looked like he potentially committed, but you rarely see as they appeal down to Pedro Torres, who's not down the first base line. So it's a full count, 3-2. Second life here for Rowdy. On deck is Flint. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball chopped to the right side of the infield. Charging on it. Underhanded toss by Petrie. And they get Rowdy over to third base. That go-ahead run, Nick Rodriguez, 90 feet away. A productive out at least, moving that runner over. And here's Tucker Flint, who has bounced into a double play and struck out. And here comes Kevin Bowles out of the dugout. So both starting pitchers will end up going 4 2/3 innings. 84 pitches now for Gary Gill-Hill. And a new pitcher coming on for the Biscuits. So both starting pitchers leave 1 out shy of going 5 innings. And we'll take a timeout. That go-ahead run 90 feet away. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, the Trash Pandas and Biscuits are knotted up at 3 apiece as we play here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Inning started, by the way, with a ground out by McCroskey, but then a double down the left field line for Nick Rodriguez. After a ground out by Rowdy Rodriguez, he is at third base. And a pitching change now has been made.
This is TJ Fontaine.
So we knew it was going to be one of 2 left-handers. And so it is TJ Fontaine who comes on for the Biscuits. This will be his 11th. Or he comes in 11 appearances. 3-1, 1 save, a 4.58 earned run average. The left-hander, pitch on the way, a fastball in there for a strike. So they play the matchup here, lefty versus lefty.
A little surprised by that, too, just because Hill looked so good against Flint in his first 2 at-bats.
He's inherited 11 runners. 9 of those runners have scored. That's interesting. Here's an 0-1 pitch. Off-speed delivery, a high strike that time, and it's quickly 0-2 on Flint, who has struck out and bounced into a double play. What?
No, I just wanted to say quickly, Chris, that it was Chattanooga defeating Montgomery, or Chattanooga defeating Knoxville tonight 5-2. So win here by the Trash Pandas, and they leapfrog the Smokies.
No balls, 2 strikes on Flint. Here's the 0-2. Takes it high and tight for a ball. Fontaine, the 14th round pick in 2023 by the Rays out of San Diego State.
He stumbled after that last pitch, almost turned an ankle. Let's see if he's all right.
1-2 now to Flint. Swing and a foul tap. Boy, he just stays alive. That was a fastball at 90 miles an hour. Fontaine's last appearance was on the 13th against Knoxville. 2 2/3 scoreless. He blew a save in his outing on the 11th against Knoxville. He got 5 runs in 2/3 of an inning. Off speed that time, and it's bounced foul down that first base line.
It just seems like Tucker is so far out in front of everything, he's just getting ahead of himself.
Perhaps in Pennsylvania, Vincentian Academy in Pennsylvania. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Flint. Fought off a couple of good pitches. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Takes it high and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slider up and in. And Nick Rodriguez over there at third hanging out. That's the go-ahead run in a 3-3 game. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on, line drive into center field. Base hit. Got it beyond the shortstop, Barrios. Nick Rodriguez scores, and Flint found a way there. And boy, is he grinning over there at first base. And it's 4-3 Rocket City.
This was a fastball with a little something off of it, and this time Tucker waited back just long enough and got enough on this to get it over the head of Barrios. What was that stat, though, you said where Fontaine and inherited runners, how many have scored against him?
Now he's inherited 12 runners, 10 have scored.
Again, why did they go to this matchup? Interesting.
Pitch a fastball there, a swing and a miss. I mean, you want the lefty-lefty matchup. Lefties coming in, hitting 217. Righties 190. I take that back. Righties 179. So actually, righties were hitting worse than lefties against him.
I'm just going to say, Hill looked pretty good against Flint earlier in the game.
0-1 pitch is inside. I tell you what, Flint looked kind of bad in that at-bat, but you give him credit. He fought off some pitches to stay alive, and then, that's just a competitive, gritty at-bat that ended up picking up an RBI single. Give the team the lead. 4-3 your score now. Fontaine kicks and fires. Off-speed pitch down and in. 2 balls and a strike. We were done at this time last night, by the way.
Yeah, this one's not had the same pace as last night.
Hour and 58-minute game. That was the first sub-2-hour game, 9-inning game we played this year. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up, foul, first base side, drifting, and out of play.
Although, let me say this, and this is one thing that I learned from the Rocket City coaches when we were coming back from Montgomery a few weeks ago. The Biscuits hitters do not give away at-bats. They know how to fight, and you know what? These last 2 weeks, that's something Rocket City has started to do a lot better of, really protecting the plate, elongating at-bats, 2-2, 3-2 counts. It's one of the reasons why this game has been a little longer than last night.
Fontanelle watches as now Flint is caught between first and second base. Well, Isaac throws it out towards Petrie, and then Petrie runs down Tucker Flint, and we've seen that's gotten him a couple of times here lately.
Yeah.
As Flint is picked off at first base. That'll go 1, 3, 4 on the putout. Side retire, but 1 run on 2 hits. No one left on base. We go to the 6th inning. Rocket City is back in front 4-3. This is Trash Pandas Baseball, the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network, and Valley Sports Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our Big Zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Back to work goes Chris Cortez for Rocket City as the first pitch is a fastball high. Ball 1 to Mac Horvath. As we're back underway here in the top of the 6th inning. Now 4-3 Rocket City on top. Special night tonight, by the way. 1-0 pitch grounded back up the middle. There's Matt McCroskey. Man, he's smooth. Throws out Horvath to start the top of the 6th inning. One away now for Kenny Piper.
I know this looks easy, folks. Trust me, it's not. Watch him range to his left and then set his feet and then make a perfect throw to first. Not a lot of people can do that, and he makes it look so easy.
Tonight is Garbage Man Appreciation Night.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about me. All right.
Well, I'm sure you have to collect the garbage from time to time.
Well, you said it's a special night. It's
special night.
Well, it's my presence. Should
have
be
you
special
ever been?
enough.
Have you ever been to a game where they honored garbage men?
Nope, have not.
See, special night. Pitching there for a strike. 0-2 on Kenny Piper.
Well, we are a trashy organization. You see,
that's true. Everybody got a garbage bag on their way in. They were numbered 1 through 1,000. 0-2 pitch. It's just a tad high. 1-2 now on Kenny Piper. Well, Chris wanted that call. It was just a tad high, according to pitch tracks. Here's the 1-2. Off-speed pitch. He fights it off, fouls it back, and out of play. 10 of those folks received a year's supply of trash bags.
What?
A year's supply.
What a deal.
We appreciate you, garbage men. 1 ball and 2 strikes the pitch. Foul back off the netting.
You know,
Piper stays alive.
When we had our guest in here, Nicholas Watford, with 121 disposal, I asked him about job openings with 121 disposal. But if you work for them or if you work for the government or whatever, that's a pretty good little gig to have because you're always going to have people who need their trash collected.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Piper. Some nasty stuff there from Chris Cortez, a slider, 2 away.
I know a lot of people don't think about doing that for a living, but it ain't a bad gig. And another good offering here by Cortez, who looks like he's returning to the form that we saw when he was first called up to Rocket City. I think he's starting to find a groove in this rotation or in this bullpen role.
Here's Spikes now with 2 outs. Cortez fires and he misses outside. Remember, he started out the year in high A as a starting pitcher for Tri-City. Had some issues with his command. 1-0 pitch on the way to Spikes. There's a swing and a miss. And he's ahead to rally their count evens now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Remember, he's the number 11 prospect in the Angels organization. I think very highly of him. Cortez with a 1-1 pitch. There's a strike call. That was a sinking fastball at 97.
And you can see what he's capable of. It's just all about command. Can he get it over on a consistent basis? If he does that, he's pretty tough.
Second round pick, 45th overall in that 24 draft. A swing and a miss. It gets away from DeRazio, goes after it, fires high down the first base line. Heading towards second base is Spikes. As the throw goes past the tarp, they finally get it back in. That was Tucker Flint who got to it. So that's going to be a strike 3, drop third strike. And wild pitch plus an E2 that's going to put him at second base.
This is a desperation throw by DeRazio. If he just and he also tripped, that probably didn't help matters either. That's when he probably just needed to stick in his back pocket. But you can understand wanting to get that out, especially after Cortez made such a fine pitch.
That's the first error in the last 5 games for Rocket City. It's their 8th error since mid-May. Pitch low and outside for a ball. 1-0 on Barrios. He was singled and popped out so far today. So that's strikeout number 3. I thought he may have gotten a piece of it at first. 1-0 the count on Barrios. The pitch. Swing and a line drive down the right field line. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third, heading home is Spikes. The throw is not in time. And Montgomery has tied the ball game. A drop third strike, wild pitch, and an error. And then a base hit by the number 9 batter, Gregory Barrios, has tied the game again. It's 4-4.
And that's why you stick the ball in your back pocket. If that's a hit and the runner's at first, he only gets the third. Instead, it's now a tie ball game, and it looks like Rocket City will go back to its bullpen.
Here comes Darren Brown out of the dugout, acting manager in this ball game as he makes the call to the bullpen. So that's a tough break for Cortez. It is an unearned run, at least for now, as pitching change will be made. We'll step aside. 4-4 your score here in this top half of the 6th inning. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Leonard Garcia is the new pitcher for Rocket City. Before we tell you more about him, let's take a 10-second pause for our station to identify itself. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
Chris Cortez gives way to Leonard Garcia, who's coming off a up-and-down series in Chattanooga. But overall this year, he's been really good. 1-1, a 3.54 ERA, a whip under 1 at 0.96. As the first pitch is low ball 1 to leadoff hitter Emilian Petrie as you go for this lefty-lefty matchup. Garcia facing left-handers this year. They're just 6 for 38, batting a .158 against him. Here's a 1-0 pitch. It's a fastball.
I remember he had a hard time getting ahead last week, too, against Chattanooga. That one was close, but it was off the plate.
Leads the league in appearances. This is his 23rd appearance of the year. As one save, misses high, now 3 balls and no strikes. He entered the ball game after that nearly 2-hour delay last Tuesday in Chattanooga. Gave up that 3-run home run to Leo Balcazar. Here's the 3-0 pitch. There's a strike. Sinking fastball at 93. Then he came back 2 days later and got a hold, 1 2/3 scoreless. Walked 1, struck out 3. So he bounced back. Check on that runner at first. And back in diving safely over there goes Barrios, who had the RBI single. By the way, final line on the starting pitcher, Joel Hurtado. He went 4 2/3 innings, allowed 3 runs, all earned on 6 hits, walked 2, struck out 5. As the pitch is high, runner goes, not going to matter. That's ball 4. So it's a walk issued by Garcia. And runners at first and second base with 2 outs, and the batter will be Braden Taylor here in the top half of the 6th inning.
And the frustrating thing is you bring him in for the lefty-on-lefty matchup, and then you issue a free pass. That's not going to cut it if you want to get to the next level. But he gets another shot here against Taylor, albeit a very good hitter.
Taylor is 1 for 2. He had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. Again, lefty versus lefty. Kick and the pitch. It's just off the outside corner at the knees. Looking at our pitch tracks here.
It's close.
I'll tell you what, man, that's... If it's off the plate, it's just by a millimeter. Here's a 1-0 pitch. It's a strike over on the inside corner that time. That one was off the plate. Got the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. One thing about Garcia, he wears his emotions on his sleeve. He's a competitor. The 1-1 pitch. Drops down a little bit that time. A delayed steal at second base, and swiping third base is Barrios. That'll be stolen base number 19 for him, his second in the ball game.
Yeah, and both of them have been of the delayed variety.
Staying at first base is Petrie. All you got to do is get the batter here. 1-2 the count on Taylor. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Garcia comes in and walks a batter, but strikes out Braden Taylor to retire the side. A run scores in the inning. It's an unearned run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. Two men left on base. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, tied again. It's 4-4. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, we're tied again as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning from Toyota Field. Leading off is Cole Fontenelle. As Cole was at the plate when Flynn was picked off to end the bottom of the 5th. He swings and misses on the first pitch. And it's 0-1. Fontaine back to work for the Biscuits. As we can give you the final line on their starter now, Gary Gill-Hill. As the off-speed pitch gets a swing and a miss that time, and it's 0-2. Gill-Hill goes 4 2/3 innings and allowed 4 runs, all of them earned on 6 hits, walked 1, struck out 2. Through 84 pitches, 51 of those were for strikes. As TJ Fontaine, the reliever, the left-hander. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Cole Fontenelle. Swing and a miss. And down on strikes goes Cole. Some good stuff there. And 1 away as that's the first strikeout for Fontaine.
By the way, Chris, tonight, if my math is accurate, 3 ties, 3 lead changes. Back and forth we go. It's like basketball.
I know. You said 4 ties, 3 lead changes?
I had 3 and 3.
3 and 3. Here's a swing and a fly ball. Hits the gap in right center field. Moving over and making the catch is Horvath. As Bartolero, I tell you what, man, he's a dude. As he flies out to center field there, but put the barrel on it, hit it hard.
A guy or a dude?
He's a dude, man.
All right.
That's what they call you. If you got something, you're a dude. He's a dude. You can just tell he's a winner.
Well, a pretty good program we learned this year.
Here's Anthony Skoll, who hit his first home run at the AA level his last time up. Snuck over that left field wall. He's 2 for 2. Scored 2 runs, a single and a home run. He could break the tie here. Break the tie as he shoots one foul down that third baseline.
You know, it's a foul ball, but I love that swing. You can see what he's trying to do. There are a lot of guys who just go up there and just hack. You can tell he has a plan. He's going to be all right. Anthony, I mean.
1 ball, 1 strike on Skull. The pitch. Swing and a bouncer foul over towards this first base dugout. Garbage Man Appreciation Night. Tomorrow night, we celebrate the World Cup. First 1,000 kids get that really nice-looking youth soccer jersey. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Skull. Offering the next, he popped him up. Third base side, foul territory. Catcher Piper is there, holds the mask in his right hand as he makes the catch. And the side is retired. A 1-2-3 inning for the left-hander Fontaine in the bottom of the 6th inning. We're off to the 7th, still tied 4-4. This is Trash Pandas Baseball, the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next-generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFEX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFEX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFEX as their partner. Call AFEX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner. Premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Here we go to the top of the 7th inning from Rocket City here at Toyota Field. Trash Pandas and Biscuits locked in a good one. We've had a little bit of everything in this ball game. Tied 4-4 as Leonard Garcia goes back to work, facing Yadier Arenamo. Right-handed batter awaits the pitch, and it's a strike over the outside corner. 3 ties, 3 lead changes. An ejection. Couple of home runs. And a strike on the outside corner again. It's 0-2. In a very fiery, competitive ball game. Here's an 0-2 pitch. Blowing outside for a ball. You're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row if you're the Trash Pandas. This gets on the 7-game losing streak. They've been plagued with injuries. 1-2 pitch. Swinging the ball foul back over us and out of play.
But some good news for them today. Pensacola playing a doubleheader against Birmingham. Pensacola won game 1, 6-4, but they're losing game 2. 6-3 in the 7th. Meanwhile, another team in front of them, Biloxi, they're losing to Columbus 8-3, bottom 8 there.
1-2 pitch. That's outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just glad those 2 teams are able to play down there tonight.
Yeah. There are going to be some double headers that week.
What is the tropical? It starts with an A.
Oh, wow.
Tropical system down there. 2-2 pitch, foul back and out of play. Arthur or something like that. I heard on the news this morning.
If only we had a device, Chris. Only we had a device.
You mentioned it, and I think you're exactly right. We're going to have a rough tropical season with hurricanes and such. 2-2 pitch is outside for a ball.
It is Arthur, but you're right. We're just because of all the weather patterns we've been seeing here early in the summer. Fortunately, we've already been to Pensacola, already been to Biloxi, so knock on wood.
3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. It's just outside. Looking to pitch tracks, it was. Just barely. But that's a leadoff walk. That's issued to Arenamo. That's the fourth walk issued by Trash Pandas pitchers.
Man, these guys just make you grind. They don't give up a whole lot. I mean, tonight, 8 strikeouts by Rocket City. That's a lot in any game, but that's especially a lot for Montgomery. These guys just don't give up at bats.
First pitch is on the inside corner at the knees that time. Second look at that pitch. It was outside, but Durazio framed it perfectly. And, of course, Leonard, he wears those emotions on his sleeve, not happy. Bouncing ball foul down that first base line past their first base coach over there. That is Esteban Gonzalez.
And if you're Leonard, you got to keep that in mind, too, especially as you climb the rungs. You're going to face some umpires who aren't going to appreciate that a whole lot. So
0-2 on Xavier Isaac. Tell you what, when I lived down in Biloxi, the worst storm was a tropical depression because it just poured raining all the time. Pitches low for a ball. I mean, it rained for like 4 straight days.
Sounds depressing.
Solid. I guess that's why they call it a tropical depression. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Xavier Isaac. 0-2 today as he takes a pitch just low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Every count is deep.
Yeah.
Ronnie Richardson, their third base coach, running through some signs. We'll see if they want to start that runner at first. Arenamo, not necessarily a fast runner, not going. Pitch is fouled off. And, of course, it was 2 balls and 2 strikes.
But another thing you got to keep in mind, too, we've seen this before with some Trash Pandas hurlers. They'll get way ahead in the count, and then they'll go off the plate, which is fine, but it's a non-competitive pitch. You want it to be a little closer to the zone to make the hitter think.
2-2 pitch. Swing. Ball fouled away. That was a good slider by Garcia. He's able to spoil it foul, though, and now this will be pitch number 7 in this at-bat. Fouled off the last 2. See if that runner's going to go ahead. That's what kind of Garcia was expecting. Why not? Just throw it over there. You never know. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's what happened in the 9th inning last night.
Isaac susceptible to the double play ball. Here's a 2-2 runner not going. And it's a ball low and outside. 3-2 now. On deck is the dangerous Will Simpson, who's 0 for 3 today. Garcia kicks and fires. Runner still not going, but there's a looping line drive. Going to drop in for a base hit. It was off the end of the bat of Isaac. And that is his first hit of the series. He'd really been slumping. He's now 3 for his last 27. And now 2 on with nobody out for Will Simpson here.
And that's just a great at-bat. Look, he was down in the count. He fought off pitch after pitch. There are a couple of pitches that missed the zone, just barely. But he finally got one to handle and served it into left center field. That is a quality at-bat by Xavier Isaac. And now Leonard's in trouble.
Pitching coach Tim Levesque out there to talk it over with Ian Durazio. Looking at Simpson's numbers against lefties, it's actually 5 for 32, 156, 240 against right-handers. So left-handers kind of had his number this year, which is a little bit surprising. So Tim Levesque, outstanding pitching coach for this Rocket City Trash Pandas club. One of the best pitching, actually the best pitching staff in minor league baseball since May 3rd. First and second, 2 on, nobody out. Pitch on the way. Low and outside, ball 1.
This is a grind right now.
Nobody's throwing in the bullpen. Looks like Luke Murphy's kind of stretching out there. Here's a 1-0 pitch on the way home. There's a fastball for a strike. 93-mile-an-hour heater. They play deep in the outfield. Everybody's straight away. Infield playing pretty straight up as well. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Way outside. Misses with the changeup. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, you can see he's fighting it out there a little bit.
Such a great first half for Leonard Garcia. Just a ground ball here, the 2-1. There's a strike, 2-2. Right down the middle with that sinking fastball. Strikeout or a ground ball would be just what the doctor ordered right here. On deck is Mac Horvath, another right-handed bat. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. Good pitch again. That was a slider.
And he was fooled on it, but again, just flicked the wrist and got a piece of it.
Another long at bat.
Yeah.
This will be pitch number 6 in this at bat. After a 7-pitch at bat, 8-pitch at bat, excuse me. That was the single, the 2-2. Foul back.
These are quality hitters they've got at the plate.
31 pitches now for Leonard Garcia. Tie ball game. 4-4. 4 runs on 8 hits for Montgomery. 4 runs on 7 hits for Rocket City. Here's another 2-2 pitch. Down and in, ball 3. That was back to the sinker. And for the second consecutive at bat, here comes the 8th pitch.
You got to make them put it in play. You're not going to strike all these guys out. You got to go right at them in the zone.
3-2 payoff. Swing and a foul back and out of play. Oh, man. We'll see pitch number 9 coming. It's got to be frustrating for Leonard Garcia.
And for a guy who has such a high motor like he does, it amps up even more.
This will be his 34th pitch. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Wow. On the 9th pitch of the sequence, here's a slider.
He's thrown it before, but that time you could see the bottom really drop out of it, and that time, as great of a job Simpson has done with his hands, keeping them back and able to fight off pitches, that time he had committed too far. Now you're double play away getting out of this thing.
Here's Horvath now as a first pitch to him. It's a strike. That was on the outside. Well, it was off the outside corner, but he got the call. 0-1. We'll certainly take it. It was a heck of a battle by Garcia.
Big pitch here. Can he get ahead 0-2?
0-1 pitch in the dirt low. Went back to the slider that time. Blocked up by D'Orazio.
See, if you get ahead 0-2, you can play with him a little bit, but now it's 1-1, and you're still toe for toe against this guy.
I'm going to give D'Orazio a lot of credit, man. He's taking care of this staff. Done a great job. 1 ball, 1 strike on Horvath. The kick and the pitch. There's strike 2. Burns the inside corner with a fastball at 92. Now you're a strike away from that out number 2.
This guy has K'd 1 time tonight. Can you get above the hands on him?
Double back in the 4th. And the 1-2. Call, 3rd strike. Slider freezes him right down the middle. 3 strikeouts now for Garcia, and 2 away.
Well, I think he's found a recipe, the slider. Get ahead of the count and then keep him off balance and then come right at him through the middle of the zone. That time, Horvath just couldn't pull the trigger as we've got tarps off somewhere.
They were out there down the left field line earlier. Pitch outside. We want to keep the tarps off all week. Maybe tough. First pitch of ball outside to Kenny Piper. Now you got to really bear down here. A guy who has homered and doubled already in this ball game, Kenny Piper. The 1-0. It's just off the outer edge. And D'Orazio can't believe it. Technically it was outside, but that pitch has been called a strike in this. That's about as close as you can get.
It's close.
2 balls, no strikes on Piper.
Be careful here.
Garcia fires. There's a strike on the outside corner. That was about the exact same spot. That one was on the corner, though.
Matter of inches. And now suddenly it's Piper who's upset.
2 balls and a strike. Arenamo and Isaac on base as there's ball 2 now. Ball 3. It's 3-1 now. That was low and outside.
You got Spikes on deck. We'd rather see him in the 8th inning, though.
Well, they got tarps off over here down the first base line. 3-1 the count. Over 40 pitches now for Garcia. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That was a great slider again.
What do you think? He tries it one more time?
I think you got to. I think you just go with that slider. This would be one of the best pitching jobs of the season. If Garcia can get through this top of the 7th inning. 3-2 payoff. Runners go. Swinging a line drive. Caught by the third baseman, Fontenelle. As he broke his bat. And he lines out to third side, retired. A walk, a single, back-to-back, 8-pitch at-bats, resulting in strikeouts. And we stretch here in Madison. On we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Still 4-4. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
New pitcher in for the Biscuits. This is the right-hander, and he's a good one, Derek Eddington, 26-year-old right-hander. 2-3, 6 saves, a 5.28 earned run average, but he has some great outings against us. As a first pitch outside, ball 1 to J.J. DeRazio. As Eddington falls behind 1-0, a tie ball game, 4-4 as we play here in the bottom of the 7th inning. J.J. has a 2-run home run today. He's 1 for 2. 1-0 pitch. Fastball high. Fontaine did a nice job, an inning and a third. Behind Gary Gilhill, no runs, 1 hit, no walks, 1 strikeout. 19 pitches, all he needed. What a job by Leonard Garcia. That was something else. 2-0 pitch. That's a strike. 2-1.
Tell what I remember about this guy. He got the save against Rocket City on May the 30th down there. 2 1/3, perfect innings. He struck out 6 of the 7 men he faced. He was dominant.
There's a strike to DeRazio again. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And he had J.J. bailing.
Yeah, 6 strikeouts, 30 pitches in that performance. He's given up runs in each of his last 2 outings. Runs to Knoxville on the 13th. And 3 runs to Knoxville in 2 innings. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Hard hit right side through the whole base hit. J.J. DeRazio with his 2nd hit of the ball game. And that go-ahead run is on base for Harold Cole. 7, 8, 9 batters due up here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
I still don't know why they play him to pull, because he's shown an ability to go to the opposite field all season long. At that time, J.J., who just bailed out on previous pitch, that time he kept his hands back, shot it to the opposite field. Let's see if they have Cole bunt.
Harold Cole, the pitch on the way to him is in there for a strike. By the way, for Eddington. This is his 5th career appearance against Rocket City. 6 2/3 innings scoreless, 1 walk, 12 strikeouts. 0-1 pitch, fouled out the end of the bat by Cole. It's 0-2. So he's had our number, that's for sure.
Some things just don't make no sense, Chris.
3 saves.
By the way, we have an attendance for you. I'll give it after this pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes on Harold Cole. Next from Eddington, just missed. Oh, no, it was called a strike. Kind of a delayed call. Now, it was a strike. But late call there by Chase Eubanks. And that's the first strikeout for Eddington on 3 pitches. Cole down on strikes.
By the way, it's 3,197, 100 less than last night, but still thankful for the fans. Made a lot of noise tonight.
And last night. Here's McCroskey now. First pitch, low and outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Mack is 0 for 2. He had a hit last night. 3 home runs, 13 RBIs on the year for McCroskey. Check on that runner at first base. A close play, and just back in safely is D'Orazio. That's his one disengagement. Eddington, 6'8", 230 pounds from Pickford, Michigan. Of course, mentioned he's 26 years old. 1-0 pitch is low. And it's 2-0. That was right there at the bottom of the zone for McCroskey. On deck is Nick Rodriguez. The top of the lineup has been very productive today for Rocket City, so you really would like to flip the lineup card over. Give a chance for those guys with a runner in scoring position. 2-0 from Eddington. That's a little bit high, and it's 3-0.
Chris, one thing we forgot to do when the Trash Pandas score 4 runs, you claim 6 free wings on us at Walk On Sports Bistro. Dine-in only, offers valid 24 hours after today's game.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
3-0 pitch on the way. Taken right down the middle for a called strike. Three balls and a strike. D'Orazio at first base. McCroskey's been swinging a pretty hot bat lately. Off-speed pitch. Not a bad take as it's a slider for a strike. And a full count, 3-2. Every at-bat, man, is a absolute brawl.
It takes you back before the pitch clock. This is how it was kind of done. Not saying it was good for the game, but boy, it made things interesting.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Runner goes, so to second base, and D'Orazio's out. Strike him out, throw him out, as that retires the side. So that leadoff single is left out to dry at second base on the caught stealing, and we played 7. I'm going to go to the top of the 8th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no one left. It's still tied 4-4. This is Trash Pandas Baseball, the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, we go to the top of the 8th inning, still tied 4-4, and not a safe situation, Josh, but Luke Murphy takes over, and taking over on the mic is Josh Carey.
Okay, thanks a lot, Chris. Yeah, Luke's going to come in, and wouldn't surprise me if he were to go 2 innings. He's done that before. He's coming off a rather unusual save on Sunday. But as a reminder, fans, Rocket City has scored 4 runs. And when the Trash Pandas score 4 runs, you claim 6 free wings on us at Walk On Sports Bistro. Dine-in only. Offer is valid 24 hours after today's game. So due up for the Biscuits, the 8-9-1 hitters Spikes, Barrios, and Petrie are all due up against the Rocket City right-hander. As Murphy will go to work. First pitch. Fastball swung, fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Spikes 0-for-3. He has struck out swinging twice and bounced to short, but on his second strikeout, it was on a drop third strike. He wound up at second on a throwing error by J.J. DeRazio. Came in and scored the tying run as the next pitch is slapped to short. To his left, McCroskey fields, fires to first in time. 6-3 on the putout as Spikes rolls to short. 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. How about Leonard Garcia? It took him 44 pitches, but boy, he found a way. Inning in the third scoreless, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He got the job done. Murphy on the year, no record, a .42 ERA, 22nd appearance, all in relief, 13 of 14 in saves, 21 and 2/3 innings. First pitch. Fastball roped out into center, but tailing back on it is Rowdy. He's there. He's got it, and that'll be out number 2 as Barrios goes after the first pitch he sees, lines out to center. 2 quick outs in the 8th inning. Back to the top of the order, and Emilian Petrie, who is 0-for-3, 3 ground outs, twice to first, once to second, and a walk. Meanwhile, Murphy, now 22 innings, 11 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned. He's hit 2, walked 7, and struck out 27. Opponents hitting 149 against him. One of the walks is intentional. First pitch is a strike to Petrie. It's 0-1 on him. Luke came in on Sunday in the midst of a monsoon. He retired the first 2 men he faced against Chattanooga before play was stopped. Pitch is chopped up the middle, off of Murphy. It trickles away. Barehand field throw by McCroskey in time, and the inning is over, and everyone's okay. A deflection by Murphy, and almost cost him, but Matt, so smooth there at short, redirected his route to the ball, came in, barehanded it, and threw off balance to first from in front of the second base bag. And 1-2-3 go the Biscuits in the 8th. That'll put out will go 1-6-3. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th, tied up at 4. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
But, Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our big zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Derek Eddington out there for his second inning of work. He'll face the top of the Rocket City order, Nick Rodriguez, Rowdy Rodriguez, and Flint. First pitch. That'll be a strike that floats in there, a slider. It's 0-1. Eddington in the 7th inning struck out 2. He also gave up a single, but DeRazio was thrown out trying to steal 2 in the frame. Right against left as Nick Rodriguez is 2 for 2. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Actually, foul tipped it. It was another slider, and that caught a piece of the catcher, Piper. It goes 0-2. Home plate umpire Jace Eubanks will walk the ball out to Eddington and give Piper a chance to recover. Nick Rodriguez, 2 of 2, a single, a double, a walk, and a run scored. He's also been thrown out trying to steal. Oklahoma about to knock off Georgia in the College World Series. 11-4, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th there. How do you like that? Oklahoma, they knocked out Georgia Tech, Kansas, and they're about to knock out Georgia as well. How about that? It'll be them and UNC for the national title. Here's the set as we resume action. The 0-2, a swing and a foul straight back. On the sinker, high and tight. Rodriguez got a piece of it. It remains at 0-2.
What seed was Oklahoma in the SEC tournament?
Oh, that's a good question. I would not know.
Look that up. They were not a high seed, I don't think.
No. Off the line at third, Taylor. Here's the 0-2. Pitch is in the dirt. Good stop that time by Piper. 1 ball and 2 strikes. They went to the Atlanta Regional to play Georgia Tech, so they were the 2 seed there. As Nick Rodriguez ready to go. It just shows you if you get hot at the right time, anything can happen. Wind not a factor. One of the rare times tonight we said that. As the pitch is slapped left side and through into left field for a base hit. Nick Rodriguez hangs in there, gets one to handle, slaps it to the opposite field. There's the go-ahead run. He's 3 of 3 today. That's his second single to go along with the double.
It's just Nick Rodriguez, man. He just finds a way and usually finds a barrel, too.
He's so good. And such a surprise, too. 10th round choice out of Missouri State. Diamond in the rough. Here's Rowdy Rodriguez now. 1 of 2, a single, a rollout to second, a hit by pitch. Right on right. He does square to bunt. Up at third, Taylor. Here's the set, the pitch. He pulls back and takes it inside. 1-0. He's arguably your best player, but again, all you need is 1 run. And you do have Flint Fontanelle and Bartolero waiting behind him. Right against right. Good speed at first base as Nick Rodriguez leads away. He'll square around the 1-0. He bunts it toward the mound, and cutting him off, the third baseman Taylor fires to first in time. So they go with the sacrifice. It'll go 5-3 as Taylor cut in front of Eddington to field that ball just to the right of the mound and then threw on to first.
That was a good bunt.
Yes,
you don't expect the guy who's your, big bat to be able to lay down such a beautiful bunt, but I know that makes Joe Cruzel proud, too. I know they work on that a ton.
Time called. Jim Paddock will go out to the mound and have a word with Eddington to go over the game plan here on Flint. And keep in mind, with the right-hander Eddington out there, back-to-back, he's going to go right on left against Flint and Fontanelle. Rocket City needing one hit to potentially take the lead. Tucker Flint will stand in 1 for 3, an RBI single his last time up. Before that, he had rolled into a 4-6-3 double play and struck out swinging. Fans at AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to a full-scape land design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. Find out more at afix.com. Meeting is over as back to the dugout will go Jim Paddock. Go-ahead run at second, 1 out. Flint stands in, and they're going to put Flint on. So how about that? They're going to go ahead and set up a double play possibility as Flint will trot to first base.
I think it's a good move on their part.
That'll be walk number 1 by Eddington. Still right on left as Fontanelle will stand in, and Cole is prone to the double play.
Now, if you're Cole, you got to be ticked off right here. Find a way to make them pay.
A lot of room to the left side as the runners will lead away. Playing behind the runner at first, Isaac. First pitch. That one, boy, that caught the outside corner, but he said it was off the plate. Chase Eubanks, it's 1-0. By the way, it's over in Omaha. Oklahoma defeats Georgia 11-4. Dogs are eliminated.
They were a 5 seed, by the way, in the SEC tournament.
The check back of second. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Threw him a slider low in the zone, and over the top went Fontanelle. 1 ball, 1 strike. one thing that concerns you about Fontenelle in this series, 0 of 6 so far with 4 Ks. The runners will lead away. They play him straight away in the outfield. Eddington kicks and delivers. Swung and fouled straight back. Got a piece of it, but now it will go to a ball and 2 strikes. Eddington signed as a free agent in 2024 out of Pickford, Michigan. Off the line at third by about 10 feet is Taylor. From the belt is Eddington. The 1-2. Swung and roped foul off to the left. That was Fontenelle's best swing of the at-bat. Going to remain at a ball and 2 strikes. Bardolero waits on deck in what would be another righty. Well, actually, they would turn him around. He would move righty on righty. As Fontenelle waits. The look back. Here's the 1-2. Swung, rolled, foul, pass first. And we'll do it all over again as Fontenelle hangs in there. 4-4 the ball is the score. If Rocket City wins, they are into second place all by themselves as they would leapfrog Knoxville. They would remain a game and a half behind Chattanooga. If they lose, they stay in third place, but then they are 2.5 back at Chattanooga. The look back of second. The 1-2. Here it is. High and away. He missed with a fastball. It will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind starts to kick up ever so slightly, blowing out toward left field. On a humid, warm night here in the Tennessee Valley. The look back. Here's the set. Eddington, 2-2. Down and away. 3-2. He missed with a slider. Now a payoff pitch is due, and he's got to get one over. Fontenelle, for what it's worth against righties, hitting .207. That's only slightly less than what he's done on lefties. The look in. The payoff pitch is on the way. Miss low, ball 4. It was close, but it was off the plate low. A slider. And Fontenelle forces a walk out of Eddington. We'll look at it again. Yeah, that's low. Nick Rodriguez, second to third. First to second is Flint. And now reaching is Fontenelle. Back-to-back walks. 2 walk for Eddington. Only the third walk of the game by Montgomery pitchers. Now they're loaded up for Bardarello. Here's the set. First pitch to Caleb. That misses away. 1-0, and now he's having a hard time locating. Bardolero, 0 of 3, but he's hit the ball hard 3 times, twice to center and a line out to second.
I don't mind this guy being up here at all, Josh.
All you need is 1. The 1-0 offering. Fastball, there's a strike. It'll even at a ball and a strike, and actually that one was off the plate. But they gave him it did clip the black. So it's 1-1. They're playing halfway along the infield. The right-handed hitter ready to go. Open stance. The 1-1, here it is. Swung and bounced foul off the third base camera well. So now Bardolero up against it as it's 1-2. And you know Eddington has a slight edge seeing him for the first time. Bardolero, 2 of 6 for the series, including 0 of 3 today, like we just mentioned. Go-ahead run at third. Playing in front of the runner at first is Isaac. Here's the set. And the 1-2. Swung and fought off to the right. He chased ball 2, but he at least got a piece of it to stay alive. 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth for Montgomery. 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth for Rocket City. It has been a seesaw affair between these two. Eddington ready again. They want to go high. The 1-2. Outside with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. If he works it to 3-2, you know he's going to have to put one over. Another deep count. It has been an utter grudge match between these two tonight. Oh, the runners with their leads again. The set. Eddington with the 2-2. Just missed outside. Ball 3. Went with the fastball 95 and it was off. Now a payoff pitch is due. A walk will lead to a run, and that was off the plate. Nick Rodriguez at third, Flint at second, Fontenelle at first. Eddington will now step off the rubber. That'll be his one disengagement. Waiting on deck is Anthony Skull, who's already homered tonight. Bartolero trying to be the hero again. The right-handed hitter waits. Here's the set. And the 3-2. Swung and lofted into shallow left. Charging in Spikes. Runner will tag. Spikes there. He's got it. Runner bluffs. He won't go anywhere as the throw comes back in. And Bartolero, he was just out in front. Couldn't get it out there far enough. A shallow fly out to left and a huge second out for Eddington. And it's going to be up. It's going to be up to Anthony Skull.
Yeah, good. I mean, he battled, man, did Bartolero there. But, man, just got underneath it now. Got Anthony Skull here. All right, big boy, you having a pretty nice day today. See if he can find a pitch to drive.
Another righty on lefty matchup. Skull, 2 of 3 today. A single, a solo homer, 2 runs scored, and a foul out to the catcher. The infield can move back, but up at third is Taylor. The first pitch is away, a slider. It's 1-0. Skull, in his brief time with Rocket City, he does not have actually, he's hitting .063 against right-handers. The set again by Eddington. Next pitch. Inside with a fastball, 2-0. Meanwhile, against lefties, Eddington, opponents are hitting .269 against them. That's not shabby. The left-handed hitter ready to go. A lot of room to the left side if he can shoot it that way. Guarding the line at first is Isaac. From the letters, 2-0. Inside, 3-0. And you bet your bottom dollar he's going to be taking here. A walk gives Rocket City the lead.
There's certain situations where you get a green light. This is not one of them.
J.J. DeRazio is waiting on deck. Open stance for the left-handed hitter. Eddington, long look in. He'll kick and deliver. And called strike one. And it was a strike. It was close. Crowd on the edge of its seat hoping for ball 4, but it was in there. It's 3-1. I don't know. We'll see if he takes again. Base is full of Pandas, and now time is called as Piper going to jog out there, have a word with Eddington. It should also be noted he almost ran out of time on that pitch clock. How would that have been a way to take the lead? A walk on a pitch clock violation. But he did get it away, and back behind home plate will come Piper. 3-1 the count. At third, Nick Rodriguez. At second, Tucker Flint. And away at first is Cole Fontanelle. Skull stands back in. The right-hander from the belt. The 3-1 pitch. Here it is. Way high and away. Ball 4. It was nowhere near. At 94, it was a fastball. Great patience by Anthony Skull. He'll drive in his second run of the ball game. Nick Rodriguez in from third. Second to third is Tucker Flint. First to second is Cole Fontanelle. And for Skull, his third RBI of the season. And as a trash panda, here comes Kevin Bowles. That's going to do it for Derek Eddington, whose command got the better of him here in the 8th inning as Rocket City takes a 5-4 lead. New pitcher coming in for the Biscuits. We'll tell you about it in just a moment. Trash Pandas up 5-4. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hass, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Back here at Toyota Field, it'll be Hayden Snellsire on the pitch now for Montgomery as Derek Eddington goes an inning and 2/3, allows 2 hits, a run. It was earned. All the runners on base are his responsibility. He walked 3, struck out 2. He's the pitcher of record as Rocket City has taken a 5-4 lead. For Snellsire, 3-2, 4.68 ERA, 17th appearance, all in relief, 1 of 1 in saves, 25 innings, 24 hits, 16 runs, 13 of them earned. He's allowed 6 homers while walking 6 and striking out 27. Opponents are hitting .247 against him. He'll face J.J. DeRazio, who's had a good night, a 2-run homer, a single, a rollout to third, and a caught stealing. Right on right, bases still loaded as the first pitch on the way is slapped foul off to the right, and it's 0-1. Off the line at first is Isaac. If that one stays fair, it brings in at least 2. But it's 0-1. Snellsire, he's the one who took the loss against Rocket City in that rain-soaked game on the Friday after Memorial Day between these two. It would have been May the 29th. That's the one where Kyron Parrish had the bloop single for a 2-run single. Rocket City won 5-3, but different circumstances here. Snellsire will look back in. He's out of Berlin, Maryland, 17th round choice in 2023. Here's the kick, the 0-1. Breaking ball. Did he go on the check swing? He did not, says Pedro Torres at first. That was a slider down and away, 1-1. Due up in the 9th for the Biscuits. This is going to be tough. They'll bring up their 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Taylor, Arenamo, and Isaac, and I got to think Murphy will be the pitcher. 1-1 on DeRazio. Can you get some insurance? From the belt, the delivery. Breaking ball, down and away, another slider. 2-1 on the right-handed hitter. How about we hit a home run and just make this a lot easier?
I'm okay with that.
Wind blowing out to left now as that started to kick up again. The look in by Snellsire. The 2-1, here it is. Swung and hit foul straight back to the screen. Great cut that time by DeRazio, but he couldn't put it in play. And it will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3 walks this inning for Rocket City, one of them with the bases loaded. DeRazio using his 1 timeout as he'll step out of the box, and taking a walk around the mound will be Snellsire. Now the right-hander back on the rubber. DeRazio ready to go. Little bit of room to the left side. Snellsire comes set again. The 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Swung on, popped up, right side, foul ground. Isaac over. Does he have room? He does. Right over by the tarpaulin. He makes the catch. DeRazio fouls out to first, and the side is retired. But Rocket City retakes the lead with 1 run. It's earned. They did it on only 1 hit and 3 walks. There were no errors in the inning, and there were 3 big ones left on base. We'll head to the 9th. Can Rocket City hang on? They lead at 5-4. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Valley Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long. Strike 3, you're out. Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Valley Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the 9th inning, Trash Pandas lead at 5-4. Before we get to it, let's give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
Chris Harris has headed down below to hopefully talk to a winning Trash Panda. Rocket City 3 outs away from moving into second place all by itself. But first things first, Luke Murphy, who's going for the win himself, will face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Braden Taylor, Hadair Aranamo, and Xavier Isaac. First pitch is a fastball high and in, 1-0. For Murphy, he retired the side in order in the 8th inning on 2 groundouts and a line out to center. Taylor is 1 for 3, an RBI single, a walk, a strikeout swinging, and a rollout to second. He's also stolen a base. Here's the 1-0. Fastball, there's a strike. Going to even out 1-1 on the left-handed hitter. The wind still trailing out to left field. Back and forth we've gone all night long. Can Rocket City pin this one down? The set by Murphy, the 1-1. Breaking ball hit foul to the screen. Actually, I said breaking ball. It was a fastball at 93. He just took a little something off it, and now the lights have gone out. Oh, wow. That's not good because that's going to halt play for a while, and last thing you want is Murphy to stand out there and get cold. They just went out. And so we're in a bit of a delay here. And we're looking, let's see, I see, the lights have just now come back on. I don't know what happened, but it was a brief delay of about 20 seconds or so. Nothing else that gives everyone a chance to catch their breath on what has been a long, grinding night between these two teams. As we're getting closer and closer to the 3-hour mark in this one after we went $158 last night. Back to the action as Taylor stands in the count 1-2. The set by Murphy and the pitch. Fastball. That was a strike, but he called it low. According to Pitch Tracks, it caught the very bottom of the zone, but Chase Eubanks said it was too low. That's a strike. And so Murphy will have to go an extra mile. We've had a lot of those tonight. Taylor will dig back in. Well off the line, and at third is Fontenelle by about 40 feet. 2-2. Swung and hit foul off to the left. That's so frustrating because you got a really dangerous hitter at the plate who you thought you had put away. 2-2. Taylor ready to go. They play him straight away and deep in the outfield. Murphy, 2-2. Swung and popped up. This one is also foul. That'll land. See where it lands. It'll actually land on the roof down the left side. Going to remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking in the Rocket City pen, there's someone who's about to get warmed up, but that's in case Murphy gets into trouble. Right now, this is Luke's ball game. From the first base side of the rubber, Murphy comes set, and the 2-2. Swung, tip foul. Good fight here by Taylor. Going to remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Rocket City has led for the majority of the night, but we've also been tied for a pretty good stretch. Biscuits led very early, 1-0. The look in, the 2-2. Called strike 3. And that was in the zone. Braden Taylor doesn't like it, but that caught the zone by plenty. He's rung up on strikeout number 1 for Murphy. Yeah, he had to reach a little bit, but it caught the inside corner. And that'll also be strikeout number 11 for Rocket City pitching. 1 out in the 9th. Here's Hadair Aranamo. 1 of 2, a single, a strikeout swinging, a sac bunt to first, and a walk. Right against right. Off the line at first is Bartolero. First pitch on the way. There's a strike. Threw him a slider inside. 0-1. The wind has started to die down a little bit on this hot, humid, and very slow evening. The look in, the 0-1. Called strike 2. Neither slider, and that one, according to Pitch Tracks, just clipped the upper outside corner. Aranamo didn't like it. It's 0-2. Working quickly as Murphy, and now a time called by Aranamo, and wisely slow, just to slow things up. Murphy back to the belt. They set up over the plate. The 0-2. Down and away that time as he overthrew the fastball at 97. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You got to think Murphy is another one of those guys who's due for a call-up very, very soon, but hopefully not until after Sunday. The set again, the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pump the fastball by him at 98 on the outside corner. Arenamo strikes out swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Murphy. Give him 2 in the game, 12 for Rocket City pitching. And now the last chance for Montgomery will be the dangerous Xavier Isaac. 1 of 3, a single, a walk, a strikeout swinging, and a rollout to first. This will be a right-on-left matchup. The first pitch by Murphy is down and in, a cutter. 1-0. Isaac against right-handers hitting .232. He's 1 for 3 tonight, 1 for 7 in the series. Next pitch. There's a strike. Fired a cutter on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Rocket City an out away from moving into second place all its lonesome. Still a game and a half back of Chattanooga. They want to go high, 1-1. Fastball high and tight. 2 balls and 1 strike on the left-handed hitter. Fontenelle well off the line at third by about 20 feet. Everyone else is straight away. The 2-1, here it is. High and in, and it's 3-1. Went with the cutter again, so now he's down in the count. You got Will Simpson waiting on deck, and that doesn't make things any easier. Isaac ready to go with those bright yellow shoes. Open stance for him. The 3-1 pitch, here it is. Inside, he walked him on 5 pitches. So that'll be Murphy's first walk of the game, and that'll be the 5th by Rocket City pitching. Isaac will trot to first, and keep something in mind, he can run pretty well. He's 11 of 12 in that department. So look for him to move. Meanwhile, Will Simpson will now stand in. Here's the good news here. He's had a rough night. 0 of 4, a fly out to left, and 3 strikeouts, all of them swinging. Right on right. First pitch by Murphy. Swung on, hit foul at home plate. It's 0-1. Murphy trying to go right after this guy. Simpson hitting .240 against right-handers. In fact, he's been better against righties than he has lefties. Open stance. They set up away. The 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Swung, looping liner into center field for a base hit. At second is Isaac. Oh, he'll stop there. Oh, boy, I thought he would have had third as the throw comes back in. I think if he keeps going, he makes it to third rather easily, but he decided to put the brakes on, and that tests Rowdy Rodriguez's arm. Simpson serves one off the end of the bat into center field. Isaac takes second. That'll be hit number 9 of the game for Montgomery. And now they're at first and second with 2 away, and Mac Horvath is going to get another shot. Time is called as J.J. DeRazio going to go out there, have a word with Murphy, and we didn't really think this was going to be easy, did we? Horvath, a double, a run scored, 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, and a bounce out to short as home plate umpire Chase Eubanks will go out there and break things up. This will be a righty-on-righty matchup. Horvath hitting .238 against right-handers. Keep in mind, he runs very well, so a slowly hit ball on the ground, you got to be quick to first. Right against right. Isaac away at second. Leading from first is Simpson as Bartolero plays behind him at first. First pitch. Fastball way outside, 1-0. Sometimes the 27th out is the hardest one to record. Horvath will dig back in. Right-handed hitter, open stance from the belt. Next pitch. High again, 2-0 with a slider. Now you got to come back. Kenny Piper waits on deck, and he's had a whale of a night. We'd rather see him tomorrow. This is one where you got to get it over. Isaac runs well at second, as does Simpson at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He had the green light, and he chased a cutter down and away, and it would have been a borderline call had he let it go through. 2-1. Off the line at first, Bartolero. Shaded slightly toward right center is Rowdy Rodriguez in center field. The look in. Murphy, 2-1. Called strike 2. A high fastball, and it caught the upper part of the zone. So it's 2-2, and the Biscuits are down to their final bullet. Can Murphy finish him off? Horvath will use his one timeout. Now he'll stand in. Isaac leads from second. Simpson away at first. Murphy from the belt, the 2-2. Here it is. Called strike three. Ball game. It was a grind all night long. But at the end of the day, Luke Murphy strikes out the side in the ninth. He allows a walk and a single, but he strikes out Mac Horvath looking. And Rocket City, by the hair of its chinny chin chin, wins by the final of 5-4. They are in second place all by themselves. They are a game and a half back still of Chattanooga. And suddenly the Trash Pandas will all become Knoxville Smoky fans beginning tomorrow night. In the ninth inning, no runs on one hit, no errors, 2 men left. Murphy will get the win. No save here as he goes 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs. He walked 1, and he struck out 3. By the way, a couple of lines to finish up for Montgomery. Derek Eddington, inning and 2/3, 2 hits, a run was earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. He will take the loss. Hayden Snellsire retires, the lone man he faces on a pop-up for Montgomery. 4 runs. The Biscuits had 3, 5, 7, 9 hits, no errors. They left the world on base. In fact, 11 for the game. Rocket City, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 5 in a game that lasted 3 hours and 2 minutes and played in front of 3,197 fans. Rocket City a winner again by the final of 5-4. And again, no save in the game as Murphy picked up the win to move to 1-0. On TV and on stream, you're going to see an interview here between Chris Harris and J.J. DeRazio. For those of you on radio, the Northrop Grumman postgame show is coming up right after this. Again, Trash Pandas winner 5-4. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit AFIX.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Chris, thank you so much.
Another one is in the books. Now, let's head to postgame. Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
This is Sean. Meanwhile, for those of you on Talk Radio WZZN, welcome into the Northrop Grumman post-game show. Josh Carey with you. And back at Mission Command running the boards is Daniel Williams. We just wrapped up the TV coverage as Rocket City wins this one by the final 5-4. It was a grinder tonight, 3 hours and 2 minutes between these two teams. But Rocket City manufactures a win on the strength of 3 walks in the bottom of the 8th inning, including one with the bases loaded as they win 5-4. Trash Pandas are now 34-30 on the season. Meanwhile, the Biscuits dropped to 32-33. Most importantly for Rocket City, they leapfrogged Knoxville for second place. They remain a game and a half behind Chattanooga. And beginning tomorrow, the Trash Pandas, in addition to trying to keep this win streak alive, they will suddenly become Knoxville Smokies fans, as Rocket City has themselves dead set on catching the first place Lookouts. Before we get into the recap of this game, again, today's win is brought to you by Twice Daily. Twice Daily Rewards members get a $1 slice off of pizza tomorrow. Limit 1 per loyalty account. So again, Rocket City winner 5-4. Let's take you through what happened in this ball game. For the second straight night, it was Montgomery who got out to an early lead, this time against team ace Joel Hurtado of the Trash Pandas. 2 outs, no one on base in the second inning. Kenny Piper went deep over the left center field wall for his 6th home run of the year. It was also his 20th RBI, a solo blast, and that gave the Biscuits a 1-0 lead. But has been so prevalent for Rocket City over the last week or so of play, whenever one team does something, the Trash Pandas always have a response. In the second inning, with 1 out, Anthony Skull would single, and then he would score on a 2-run homer by J.J. DeRazio, who was our post-game interview down on the field. For JJ, his 4th home run of the year, RBI 15 and 16, and went down the left field line. The 2-run blast gave Rocket City a 2-1 lead. Biscuits would come storming back, though, with another run of their own in the third inning. Gregory Barrios would lead off the inning with a single. He would then swipe second and then score 2 batters later on an RBI single by Braden Taylor. For Taylor, his 31st RBI, and that knotted the game up at 2 apiece. Rocket City would reclaim the lead in the bottom of the 4th inning, and actually I need to backtrack here. It was actually the Biscuits who would take the lead in the 4th inning, 3-2, as we went back and forth. We had several ties, several lead changes throughout the game. It was the Biscuits who would take a 3-2 lead in the 4th. Matt Horvath led off with a double. He would then score on an RBI double by Piper. For Kenny Piper, his 2nd RBI of the game, give him 21 in the season, and suddenly the Biscuits had a 3-2 lead against Joel Hurtado. But the Trash Pandas again would respond, this time in the bottom of the 4th inning, as with 1 out and no one on base, it was Anthony Skull going to the opposite field over the left field wall. His first home run as a Trash Panda, and of course his first one here at Toyota Field. It was a solo blast to make it a 3-3 ball game. Things would stay that way until the 5th inning, when Rocket City would retake the lead. 1 out, no one on base. Nick Rodriguez would double. He would move to third on a ground out to second by Rowdy Rodriguez, and then score on a 2-out single into center by Tucker Flint. For Tucker, it was his 35th RBI of the year, as Rocket City was now up 4-3, and that vaunted bullpen was about to take control of the game. Joel Hurtado went 4 2/3 tonight for Rocket City. 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked 2, struck out 5, really had to grind throughout the ball game, and that's why he was taken out so early. Chris Cortez would take over after that, with Rocket City again in front 4-3. He would get a strikeout in the 5th to end that inning, and then he came out in the 6th inning. He would get a ground out to short and a strikeout to start that frame. 2 outs, no one on base. It looked like he was about to get out of the inning. Ryan Spikes would strike out swinging on a fastball down and away, but the ball was in the dirt. It would skip past J.J. DeRazio. In fact, DeRazio made a desperate throw to first to try and end the inning, but his throw sailed the first baseman, Caleb Bartolero, and it went down the right field line, allowing Spikes to take second. From there, Spikes would score on a 2-out RBI single by Gregory Barrios. It was a unearned run, as coming in from second was Spikes, and that would make it a 4-4 ball game. Fortunately for the Trash Pandas, after that single by Barrios, Leonard Garcia came in, and he would grind out an inning and a third of some of the most tense baseball we have seen during a regular season. He threw 44 pitches. He left 2 men on base in the 6th inning. After walking Emilian Petrie, he would also strike out Braden Taylor to get out of the 6th inning. And then in the 7th, he allowed a walk and a single to put the first 2 men on base with no one out. But then he would strike out Will Simpson and Matt Horvath before getting Kenny Piper to line out to third in that frame. But 44 pitches, an inning and a third, he was able to grind through it and keep it a 4-4 ball game. Things would stay that way until the bottom of the 8th inning, when Rocket City would take the lead for the final time. Nick Rodriguez would lead off the 8th inning with a single. He actually finished 3 of 3 tonight. A double, 2 singles, 2 runs scored, a walk, and a caught stealing. He was bunted to second on a sac bunt by Rowdy Rodriguez. Tucker Flint was put on with an intentional walk. Cole Fontanelle was given a legit walk. That would load the bases with 1 out. Caleb Bartolero would then fly out to shallow left field for out number 2. And then Anthony Skull stood in again, would fight off pitch after pitch. He worked it to a 2-2, or to a 3-1 count before getting a fastball well high and away. A 5-pitch walk allowed Skull to drive in the go-ahead run as Nick Rodriguez trotted in from third, and that gave Rocket City a 5-4 lead. In the top of the ninth, Luke Murphy, who had pitched a 1-2-3 eighth inning, came back for the ninth. He struck out the first two men he faced, then allowed a walk to Xavier Isaac and a single to Will Simpson. Suddenly, there were runners at first and second with two away, but ultimately Murphy would get Mac Horvath to strike out looking, and Rocket City hangs on by the skin of its teeth to win by the final score of 5-4. Here are your totals for Montgomery. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 11 men on base. For Rocket City, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 5. Luke Murphy will get the win in relief as he went the final 2 innings, 2 shutout innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. He's 1-0 on the year. And Derek Eddington will take the loss for Montgomery. He drops to 2-4 on the season. He went an inning and 2/3, 2 hits, a run that was earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts for him. No save in the game. Like I mentioned, time of game was 3 hours and 2 minutes, and the attendance 3,197. They saw a good one tonight. It was a tense one, but it was a good one. Rocket City wins by the final score of 5-4, and again, they remain a game and a half out of first place, but now they are in second place all by themselves, a game and a half behind Chattanooga. They are 34-30. Meanwhile, Montgomery drops to 32-33. Again, Rocket City a winner tonight by the final 5-4. We'll take one more break on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. Come back and wrap it up right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Thank you for listening to Trash Panda
You
Baseball.
got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Josh Carey back here to wrap it up on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. Again, Rocket City a winner tonight over Montgomery by the final of 5-4. And the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. Just win, baby, win. That's all you can ask for the Trash Pandas right now. They are within a game and a half of first place Chattanooga. They're in second place all by themselves. They're surging, but right now we need Knoxville to step up and see if they can knock off the lookouts for the next couple of days, and hopefully Rocket City can keep this win streak going. The Trash Pandas have technically won 5 in a row. It's 6 if you include the suspended game that was completed yesterday. But Rocket City is surging. They're taking advantage of a Montgomery team that is struggling right now, and they'll try to keep their winning ways going and keep this their pennant hopes alive for the first half as they take on the Biscuits tomorrow in what will be a 6:20 airtime and a 6:35 first pitch. And they're going to go with a good one, are the Trash Pandas. Ryan Johnson will go to the bump. The right-hander 0-1, a 2.21 ERA, coming off easily his best performance as a Trash Panda last time through against Chattanooga. He'll be opposed by fellow right-hander Jackson Ballmeister, who's really bounced back after a rough year a year ago. 1-2, a 4.66 ERA. He took it to Rocket City last month in the capital city. We'll see if the Bats have learned anything from Ballmeister, and hopefully Johnson will be on his game again, and hopefully the wins can continue. Rocket City can't really afford to slip up at this point, still a game and a half back but they're at least in second place, and they got their eyes dead set on Chattanooga. Again, join us tomorrow. We'd love to have you here at the ballpark, but if you can, join us right here on Talk Radio WZZN, as well as ESPN 97.7 The Zone, 6:20 airtime, 6:35 first pitch. Trash Pandas and Biscuits in Game 3 of 6 at Toyota Field. That'll do it for us tonight. Special thank you back at Mission Command for all the hard work this evening from Daniel Williams. And, of course, thank you to all of you for listening to Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Again, your final score on this winning night, it's the Trash Pandas over the Biscuits by the final score of 5-4. For Chris Harris and for Daniel Williams and for everyone with the Rocket City Trash Pandas, this is Josh Carey saying so long, everybody. This has been Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Thank you for listening to Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Trash Panda Baseball has been brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.